I just cue us in once we're live, Noms. All, Alrighty, guys. Hello, good evening, and welcome to X5 Live tonight. We are doing a cast between Team eXile5 and Team Immunity for the Immunity Masters 10v10 Cup. I'm GoGo Gadget, and tonight I'm going to be joined by Dr. Steve and Angry Custard. How are we going, Steve?
Yeah, going really well. Shout out to Noms, who's operating the camera van tonight. He'll be casting everything for us, bringing it to that Twitch TV stream. But yeah, it looks like a really good matchup between the guys from eXile5 and Team Immunity, sorry, as we get into the second round winners bracket for the IM Cup, mate. How do you see these guys lining up?
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic match tonight, that's for sure. You know, a bit of a grudge match between IM and eXile5, as it usually is. But, you know, some people in the thread I know have already been speculating that we might see this one go to 3 games, you know, go really down to the wire. And I think that would be fantastic to see tonight. But already, now that we've kind of gotten through the battle log issues, battle log delays, everyone's into the server now. Us spectators are in, so it's looking pretty good. But while we're in here, guys, let's just maybe even quickly run through both of these teams. So over on IM side, we can bring the scoreboard up. We can see that they've got their imps up, as we've just had the map reload. So looks like I'm going to be getting right back into this next one as well.
New password.
New password, apparently, guys. So we might even just take a look. In fact, while we've got this a little bit of a delay here, let's have a quick chat about the kind of history between both of these guys, I reckon.
User left your channel.
Angry Custard, you've been playing competitive in the scene for, you know, a little bit of a while now. What does it mean for both of these two guys to win this match?
Well, it's huge. The IM Masters is the biggest tournament at the moment. Certainly for Battlefield 3, it was a pretty good indicator of who the top teams were going to be. And basically coming out of this, you could almost say you're the best team in Oz. Certainly this Cup and the M-Wave Cup, which will be later on, are the 2 big competitions. So this is definitely a big one to win, and these guys will be going hard at it for sure.
Yeah, sounds like it. So for those of you that you know might be newer to competitive BF4, you know, Team Immunity, just for a bit of history, they've been around for quite a while, and before they were picked up by Immunity, as I understand, they had a few of their members in Anarchy Crew. So that was you know, Sad Act, Reading, probably a few more people as well that I don't know about. But you know, they're a pretty seasoned bunch of players, and from what I understand, Reading, you know, he's a player that I don't even think he's lost any monetized competition in Australia for Battlefield. So I am definitely the team to beat tonight. And it looks like we are going to be getting into the match right in just one moment, guys, while we sort out this server. But for now, I think we maybe while we're sorting this one out, we don't know exactly how long it's going to be. Maybe, Norms, we could maybe jump to a little bit of a break, maybe put on some music and go from there in a little bit. Okay, guys, welcome back. We've restarted the server, got right back in here, and it looks like we're very, very close to getting this first game underway right now. Both of these teams just in here warming up. And of course, if you're just joining us, this is battle between Team Immunity and Team eXile5, the IM Masters 10v10 Conquest Cup. I'm Gogo Gadget, joined by Dr. Steve and Angry Custard, with Noms as our stream tech for tonight. And it's shaping up to be a pretty good match, guys. Hopefully we can get it underway soon.
That's it, mate. That's it. We'll run through the scoreboards and see who's lining up for both of the teams at the moment. I might cast through the guys that is Team Immunity. So lining up for them at the moment, we've got Amral, Shady NZ, DTKA, Sadact, Damfit, Lizelot, the Oxide Man, Redding, Scotty Boomser, and Death Dog rounding out the 10 for those guys. Who have you got over on eXile5 at the moment there, Gadget?
Alrighty, yeah, that's right. Over on eXile5, we've got Cryptic, Pandavirus, TCO, Cookie, Big Arms, Deluxe, Floor Massacre, Optimal, Siren, and Phenom. And yeah, just touching again back on those IM teams. It looks like, I'm not sure if the first map is going to be Operation Locker, but I am fielding a lot of their INF players tonight, of course. Where are we? We've got Death Dog, Daffit, Lizelot, Ditka, I know Amral, even Sadact as well. They're all infers for IM, and Lizelot as well. I don't know if I missed that one. So going to be a pretty inf heavy lineup, of course, for Operation Locker. And you know, I was talking to IM earlier, and they were saying that they do like to change up their team depending on the map. You know, if it's a little bit more vehicles, might throw a couple of different more vehicle specialized players in, as is the norm in competitive players, I understand.
That's it, mate. We might a little bit of an expert opinion from the Angry Custard. Tell us who are the players to watch from both of these teams. I know you've gone through the guys from IM that you rate as the infers, but what have we got all round in terms of guys to watch tonight?
There's always Death Dog to look out for on IM. He's certainly one of the strongest infantry, if not the strongest inf player in the community at the moment. But standouts from X5, you've got Phenom. He's an excellent all-rounder. I don't know what maps they're going to be playing tonight, but if it swaps to a vehicle map, then Phenom's a guy to watch out for in vehicles on X5. If it does go to a map that has air, look out for Siren playing for X5 in the chopper. You've got Panda Virus's excellent infantry from X5 as well, and a number of other guys like Big Arms, Cookie. Everyone's pretty solid on X5, really.
Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. So we've just got the guys running around at the moment, hoping we'll get the blowtorch battle underway shortly, so we can get the first pick of maps going. The winner of the blowtorch battle gets to pick their first map choice, and then the second team will decide after that. So at the moment, we're lining up on lockers. That's the vision you're getting through at the moment, and these guys are just having a fun old time with the pistols and the knives and grenades, everything going out at the moment. There, Gadget.
Yeah, it looks like it right there. Everyone just testing everything out, making sure that pistols aren't jammed, all of that good stuff from the looks of things. So it looks like we've actually got the restart now for the server. So hopefully we can get right into that that reptile battle right now. And I'm actually pretty excited to have this first map on Operation Locker, which is what it looks like it's going to be. Very inf heavy map, and myself being, you know, a bit of a kind of dommy player. It's good to see. But for now, it looks like getting this right underway. 14 seconds left on the clock. And while we're here, let's just give a quick little brief history into these teams and how they've done so far in the Team Immunity Masters 10v10 Cup. Of course, Team Immunity, they 2-0'd OGA in their first match of the Cup. And Dr. Steve, of course, I believe it was you casting the other match that eXile5 participated in.
No, I actually did the Immunity OGA match. I haven't had the pleasure of watching the guys from X5 have a shot yet. So this is the first time I'll get to see them play things out. The game between OGA and Immunity the other night was quite good. Really enjoyed that stuff. Just getting a little bit of a message, so maybe we might be going live shortly.
Excellent. Sounds good there. So, of course, last night as well, for those of you that missed it, guys covered the match between Crux Crew and Avant-Garde. That was you, Steve, and, of course, just forgot. Viper Oz, of course. That was a fantastic match. And guys, it's definitely worth catching up on the VOD. If you didn't manage to catch that one last night. But for now, it looks like we may very well be getting into it.
That's it. I've just got the call over that they will be going live. Unfortunately, spectator mode doesn't let us read text, so we're not able to see from the guys, but I've got the message over saying that they will be going live, so they'll be pushing out with the guys from X5 on the US side. I got the opinion that they might have been starting on Russia, so maybe doing another restart, but we'll wait and see. It looks like we're getting some team kills already, so maybe not.
Yeah, never a good side to start off the map with a couple of team kills, of course. Yeah, hopefully that next restart is going to be the last one. And it's good to see that even with the battle log kind of restart update, we haven't had too many delays so far tonight. But again, you know, eXile5, they're just taking a look. They've really been cracking hard over the last couple of weeks from what I've understood. You know, everyone really has been looking to get into those scrims. You know, I've spectated a few myself, and it's very much down to the wire, and I think that's why lots of people were saying tonight is going to be such a good match. You know, potentially go to the full 3 games in this best of 3. So we'll have to, you know, wait and see how this one turns out.
We might not get much sleep tonight if that's the case, because yeah, we're already starting off pretty late with those issues. But no, look, I hope these teams do put up a bit of a fight and are able to get some even-Steven stuff going, because that's what we want to see. We want to see good fighting between teams, playing out their new strats that they've probably only been able to show on a couple of scrims so far, but really refine those further and get the true gameplay of Battlefield 4 felt out. In terms of your scrim play so far, Angry, what have you seen?
It's pretty tight at the top, I think. You've got X5, obviously IM, probably 2 of the top 4. Then you've got Avant and OGA making up probably the other 2 in the top 4, I'm going to say. I think OGA had a bit of an unlucky draw coming up against IM in the first round, but they've progressed, beating my team Silentium in their second round. So they're one to watch out for as the losers bracket progresses, and they could come out on top of the losers bracket. So yeah, that'll be interesting to watch out.
Now, I'm not sure if this is true, but I've just got the call that they might be live at the moment. So we may as well just cast things up and see whether they get the restart in, as we're getting a couple of kills coming in early at the moment. So I think we are live, and we should keep on casting this now. Gadget.
Yeah, sounds like a plan, Steve. So already, let's take a quick look over on the map. It looks like we've got the guys moving out. So we've got the A flag now being capped out by eXile5. Team Immunity, from the looks of things, capping out C now as well. And a few members also rotating towards that B flag. We've got Sadact and Amral around that flag as well.
That's right. We only have 9 on the board from eXile5 at the moment, so not 100% sure whether they've dropped a guy on restart or whether that's happened after the fact. But the guys are starting to make the push in now, in and around the area that is the B flag. So we'll wait and see whether the guys are able to get a cap up on that. There are quite a few guys from Team IM. We've got Amral and a couple of his friends in there at the moment, Redding and also Daffit there. Daffit, sorry, getting some hits there, coming under fire from Cookie and Serum as they make the push underneath the dish area, or underneath that platform area. So Cookie's just gone down. Looks like it might have been the likes of Redding getting the shot on him. The guys from X5 haven't managed to cap up A, so I don't know whether they're going to be leaving that a little bit later or what's happening there. Still a few guys from IM also pushing around the outside. Scotty Boomser, Oxide and Lizelot all sitting outside at the moment. They're Gadget.
Yeah, and it looks like Cookie there just looking to make an entrance into the B flag yet. Still not capped out. Pandavirus is within there, so just trying to get some pokes out. They're actually being picked off there by, I'm not too sure which member of IM that is, sniping up from the top, and Redding's actually going to go down there. Nice take out there by Cookie. And they're going to continue pushing onto this flag.
That's it. I think it is the Amral man that is the superstar with the sniper rifle. So he might be sitting up there picking the shots as the guys start to make their way in. But X5 are probing, are pushing on that B point. Not really getting too much of a foothold, but looks like a DTKA is starting to get a little bit of a cap underneath, but not quite pushing hard enough at the moment, as X5 starting to lose some members, and I think they might want to get themselves on the A flag, cap that one up, as Floor Massacre and also Cookie are pushing back around to see where they can re-intrude on that B point, mate.
Yeah, it's looking like that there. So this is a very nice defense we're seeing coming out of IM. You know, they've got the positions where they want on that B flag, kind of up in the rafters. Very hard to take down from range, and it looks like Cookie's actually going to be pushing in there and taken down very, very quickly. Just in that guard tower there, one of the members of IM. It looks like eXile5 though going to be capping out that A flag now, and after that, kind of regrouping, respawning, and moving back towards B. And I like IM's kind of plan as well. They've got 3 members, Scotty Booms, Lizelot, and also Oxide outside, just kind of guarding that flank, making sure that eXile5, you know, there's no easy way for them to get into that B area. And for now, though, it looks like eXile5 just going to be kind of mulling around A, maybe just having a bit of strategizing.
Yeah, I think they just need to probe, see where the other guys from Immunity are the weakest, so they can make the push in. We got Pandavirus and a couple of his mates at the lower levels starting to probe, starting to push. Cryptic leading the assault through the tunnel as they make their way under the B point. It looks like those guys are now under there. They might be making the run through as I'm following Cryptic along. It looks like they may be pushing straight through to C, which isn't a bad tactic from them at the moment, because IM has no one back at that C point, so it looks like they've done a great job. 3 of their boys, Dick, Serum, Pandavirus and Deluxe, all making the push through to C, starting to get a little bit of a cap on that flag. Maybe that was a decoy, because I've seen them touch the flag, jump off, as some of the guys from Immunity are starting to respond. What can you see, Gadget?
Oh, well, it looks like we may be having the server restart on my end from the looks of things. So who knows? That might have just been the kind of warm-up round there. Not too sure, but either way, I'd be pretty confident to say that this one, I think we've had about 10 restarts now.
I think we're getting the confident word that this is live, provided there are no crashes. So hopefully that is the case. 5 seconds on the countdown clock. I'll cross to you to call it as they run out of the gates, mate.
Okay, let's take a look. Right, rolling out now with Team Immunity. They're going to be coming out from the US side. They've got Oxide outside. A few members of his squad potentially going to be spawning in on him in a little bit. Redding and Sadact heading towards that A flag as we're seeing eXile5, Big Arms and Siren, both the squad leaders, leading towards C to start that cap off.
That's it. Big push, massive push. We've got a couple of guys from IM making the push from the outside. Oxide and Scotty Booms are again making the push outside. They're going to go sit up near that rock. Here we go. Here comes the action on B as everyone starts to stream in. Lots of grenades going off at that early point. A couple of guys going down. Cookie and DTKA going down. Yeah, it's Kill Massacre Central happening right in and around the flag. Both the top and lower levels going off at B. So whoever's left at the end may have a chance to cap this up, but plenty of the guys have got the action happening at the moment, mate.
Yeah, looks like it. Cryptic just took out a member, and TCO gets down Emerald there. eXile5 in a nice position in this guard tower. Cookie as well, taking down Ditka. And it looks like eXile5, they're the ones in the kind of advantageous spot right now. Although a nice frag from, I think that was Sadact, takes down one of them up there. Optimal, the firefight's still raging on. And we're going to be seeing eXile handily. IM just kind of retreating, holding back, getting their med kits out, and waiting for the right time to kind of poke into that guard tower.
That's it, and I'm getting a couple of calls from guys saying that we weren't live before. Don't worry, the stream will catch up, and it is definitely live now. Scorecard reads 271 to 295 in favour of the guys from eXile5, so they've had a strong first push, managing to get themselves 2 flags, but it looks like the C flag is under attack. Immunity have got a couple of guys in there at the moment. DTKA, Shady NZ, Death Dog, and someone else also in there at the moment, getting Sadact, I believe it is, getting some nice fire in on the eXile5 guys that are responding to that C cap. We'll see what eXile5 have got in store, because they need to kick back, get themselves another flag. A scorecard reads 262 to 288 in favour of eXile5 at this first point of the match, mate.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far for IM. They've just taken out that C flag. Nice aggressive push from them onto there. And oh no, Decker just gets destroyed. Walked into 3 members of eXile5 on those stairs there. And Siren's actually going to poke through the door. One goes down. Can't take out another as Siren gets taken out by that AEK. So now Sadact is trying to stop this flag from being capped here on C, but not having too much success. eXile5, just too many of them on here right now, although IM, they're not too worried about that. They've already rotated to B, got a few more spawns in, and now they're the ones in the guard tower in that nice spot to try and cap it out.
That's it. They have managed to solid up the B attack, and they've capped up the B flag as the guys from X5 responding on C. And it looks like Serum's managing to get that cap up, although he's got Shady and Ditka in there at the moment, keeping them off the flag and making it really hard for those guys from eXile5 to cap up. It looks like TCO is there, getting a little bit of support from Serum, and a few of the guys backing up now, giving them some support. But Sadact and his ragtag troop of guys really making it hard. They're keeping themselves in those back rooms, putting the fire over on that C flag and making it difficult, but it looks like the push is on A at the moment. Have you managed to see what's going on there, Gogo?
Yeah, well, let's take a look over there on A. eXile5 really keen to try and take out that flag, and actually Oxide goes down to Big Arms there. Nice shooting with that AEK, and looks like I am trying to defend this, and Big Arms right now, he's actually going to flank around from behind one member of IM, but he's already taken out there by Floor Massacre from the looks of things. So that A flag is all eXile5 at the moment. In the meantime, though, lots of fighting going on over at C as we see Big Arms drop.
That's it, yes. So the C fighting is going thick and fast. It is in possession of eXile5 at the moment, but IM still have those troops around there. Sadact and his squad really making it hard for the guys from X5. They're not able to push out because they still have those guys in there keeping the pressure on. B is completely free of X5 guys. They haven't been able to push out a C yet to get onto B, but X5 aren't too upset at this point in time. They do have two flags, the C flag and the A flag, as the Bleeds started to take a little bit of control of the match, 213 to 231 in favour of X5. The two flags that they've got at the moment doing themselves well, as it looks like they may have cleaned out that infestation over at C, although no, as I say that, they've just respawned back in. Death Dog kept himself up as he moves in onto the flag gadget.
Yeah, and Reading actually just going down there to Siren. Nice bit of gunplay there. And they're doing a nice job, eXile5, of defending this C flag. Although, looks like Team Immunity might be refocusing their attention back onto A from the looks of things. They've got a few members flanking outside. In fact, Oxide, he's pushing right on in there with the help of a few other members from Team Immunity. He's going to see the dead body of Cryptic walk past it there. And looks like in the meantime, I've got some firefights happening all over the place. Sadak takes out Cookie there. And this flag is going to be starting to be captured right now. Lots of members all over the place. Big Arms, he's going to drop soon as well to Dafford, I think that was. And the revives come out. IM have control of this flag.
That's it. They have done a good job to make the push there. Cleaned out the infestation that was eXile5 in and around there. It looks like there's still a bit of pressure coming onto that C flag at the moment. It's flashing, but I'm not able to see any immunity guys there, so I don't know if that's a bug on my screen or what's going on. eXile5 is now making the push into B though, and it looks like it's going to be met by heavy defenses as Immunity have got themselves shored up. They've got themselves in a good position over that B flag, and they're really going to be using that to their advantage. They need to claw back some tickets, and whether it be through the bleed that they've got or whether they're going to get it through the kills of these guys from eXile5 trying to push through the tunnels, we'll wait and see in a moment. I'm not seeing any kills coming at the moment. People just holding back, just keeping their distance, waiting to see what the best method of push into that B flag. I think the assault's coming from the outside as a massive squad of eXile5 is forming outside there, mate.
Yeah, look at that. All of eXile5, I think, apart from Big Arms, is outside, really pushing, kind of looking to make that push outside there. Scotty Booms, though, Oxide and Lizelot, they're the ones going to be trying to defend from this one. Going to be very hard for them, though, although they do have a pretty advantageous position out in the rocks. A couple of members from eXile5 goes down. Scotty Booms as well. He's going to drop. Oxide, the only one left there to try and solo defend against this enormous push from Team eXile5. He's going to get one down, still alive, goes for the reload, gets dropped. And now eXile5 have a great position to push into B.
They do, but as you're saying that, we've got some guys from Immunity starting to make the push back onto C. We've got Shady NZ. I think he's there by himself. Floor Massacre's in the room with him at the moment. So the cap was about halfway to grey as those guys get themselves into a position next to each other. Shady looks like he's dropping back a little bit, trying to get himself out of the zone, so they think he might have disappeared. But yeah, it looks like Floor Massacre's really looking around. He's wondering, who the hell's trying to cap my flag? Not really sure what's happening. But the rest of the guys from eXile5 really starting to make the push. I think they gave up on B after realising those tunnels were a little bit too well defended. A is where the push is on now, mate, the mess hall.
Yeah, it looks like it. So Pandavirus, Phenom, and Siren, the rest of eXile5, going to be capping out that one relatively easily. In the meantime, though, eXile5, they've actually got control of B now as well. So I think they've just capped that one out. C, though, is all of IM's easy for the taking right there. And it looks like Ditka and Daffert just kind of going to be regrouping, healing back up before they decide what to do. And Angry Custard, at this point in time, how would you look to push into B if you're in IEM's position at the moment, would you say? Although we'll get actually word from Angry Custard in just a moment, because now you're going to get IM pushing into B. Ditka's going to go down first. Death Dog there pushing through as well, taking a few hits from eXile5. Gets the revive back up though, and IM looking to make a pretty strong push through the tunnels by the looks of things.
That's it, mate. They are trying to get in there any way that they can, as they just got Cryptic taking a nice ace 52 on Sadak. He's got the res, but lots of stuff going on in there at the moment. Having a quick look at the scoreboard, the guys from IM have managed to claw it back. They were in the lead just a moment ago, but the bleed has taken them down 127 to 138 at the moment in favour of the guys from X5. They're still in the lead, but they really need to keep those kills coming on strong if they're going to maintain that. B is under attack from Immunity, so they have managed to get a good push on there, but it looks like the other two flags flags. A and C might be changing hands. A did belong to eXile5, has just gone grey, and C did belong to Immunity and has also just gone grey. All flags grey at the moment as the push comes on B from both teams, mate.
Yeah, it's looking like it there. And Redding actually runs into 3 members from eXile5, pushing into B right there. Now it's down to Amaral. He actually manages to take one out, I think. Although Big Arms and crew, they're going to be pushing in. Daffert manages to take one down from within that flag there. He's under fire from Cookies there. Manages to drop himself a med pack, chucks out the nade. Is he going to be able to pick up this one? Intense firefight there. Yes, he is. That AEK from Daffert takes down Cookie. Nice defense there from Team Immunity.
Fantastic stuff, managing to keep themselves on the point that they really need at this point in time as the scores just tipped the other way again. We've got Immunity that have taken the lead. They've got the 2 flag lead, 115 reads, 108 as those tickets really go down quickly once you've got the 2 flag advantage. So eXile5 are going to have to do something pretty quick as a couple of their guys are probing, pushing into A. Cryptic and a couple of his friends are there at the moment trying to make the push in. So we'll wait and see what they're going to do on that A push. B is in possession of the guys from Immunity at the moment. C is still held by eXile5. Looks like X5 have changed their strategy. They're going to make the push into B. Massive rush through the bottom tunnels underneath that guard tower. So we'll wait and see whether these guys are able to put the pressure on they need to cap up that second flag, mate.
Yeah, it's looking like it, and Death Dog just took out Optimal in those tunnels there, but he's now going to be pushing into B to try and get that defense out. We're seeing a bit of a firefight happening up there as well now. Oh, Death Dog just goes down. TCO, one hit from Death. Redding takes him out. That flag is now being capped. It's actually stopped by eXile5 right there, and Cookie there going to get the revive, actually. That managed to help Cryptic pick up the kill onto IM. Nice bit of play there, and we're seeing this flag slowly turn into eXile5s at the moment. Shady NZ, a few others are on those stairs there. A few firefights happening up there, but looks like IM are now no longer in control of this flag. And going to potentially be looking to make a push down through those stairs to try and recap it. Amaral, though, he's below. Going to get some revives out in that guard tower right now as they look to pick up the rest of the members around the flag here.
Yeah, X5 really needed that push. The bleed was hurting them. 90 reads, 60 in favour of Immunity at the moment. So eXile5, that couldn't come quickly enough for them, but they're just losing B now as a couple of little guys. Death Dog, he's just gone down to the hands of TCO, but he does have his mate Amaral and also Oxide in and around that B flag at the moment. So Immunity have managed to recap B as A looks like it's changing hands. X5 have responded. They didn't want B anymore. They've gone for A. They need 2 flags, so pick one. They've picked A as the guys are now starting to secure that one up. There we go, just in favour of the guys from X5. So they do have 2 flags again. 82 to 54 is the score margin. Might cross over to Angry to see what he's been saying that we may not have picked up, mate. What's been going on from your point of view?
You guys have been covering it really well. The only thing I would have said is IM as they pushed A, they're taking it over now. So yeah, I'll leave it back to you guys.
No worries,
thanks,
mate.
Angry. No problem there. I mean, it's been a pretty action-packed game. It's certainly hard to follow the action here, but looks like we're going to have that continuing. Sadak actually taking down Pandavirus, and now Oxide gets dropped there by Cookie. Amaral takes out Big Arms. So there's so much action going on around the map. And now this flag here, the A flag, is being capped out slowly by eXile5. Daffert, though, going to try his best to defend it. Manages to take out TCO. Gets flanked, though. Cookie's going to take him out. And I think this flag is well and truly in eXile5's hands. In the meantime, though, Redding, he's going to be pushing onto this B flag, which is still grey at the moment. Dropping himself a bit of a health pack there. Seeing lots of firefights around the place. You know, it's kind of unclear at the moment as to who has control of this B flag, although after a few nice picks there from IM, they're going to take it.
They were throwing those nades and they were doing all that they could get the eXile5 off the bottom of the flag, and they managed to do that. It's still great at the moment though. Lots of pressure happening there, and I think that there might have been a little bit of a back attack from Pandavirus TCO coming towards those stairs from the top level. So eXile5 in a good position at the moment. They've got C and A. B flag's completely grey, and it looks like IM are stuck in those that stairway at the moment, although Danfort, Redding and Amaral are are starting to break their way out now and push onto the B flag. So we'll wait and see whether IM are able to secure that up. They need to do it quickly. The ticket bleed is taking hold for them as it just goes even Stevens, 29 to 28. It's just ticking down so quickly as both teams, we can't call it at this point in time. It's just, we're going to have to wait until the final siren unless things change at the moment. So what can you see? I think people are just scampering around everywhere, Gadget.
Yeah, very, very close. But the key point right here is eXile5, they have the 2 flags under their control. The score is 15 to 27 at the moment. If IM don't pull off something soon, maybe a flag hack, something like that, then this could very well be eXile5's map. The first one right here is we're actually seeing the firefights. Oxide goes down there, and now Cookie is going to be firefighting Lizelot now. Lizelot with a P226 out, doesn't manage to take him down. IM with 1 ticket left. They're the ones that are going to lose this first map here. Well played to Team eXile5.
Smashing stuff. 24 tickets, the margin in the first round of the first map in favour of Team eXile5. Scoreboard comes up. We'll run through that one quickly. For IM, Sadak leading the way with 18 kills. Shady NZ with 18 kills as well. DTKA with 17. Amaral with 18. Death Dog with 19. Daffet with 20. Oxide 17 kills for that man. Redding 16 kills. And Lizelot and Scotty Booms are rounding out the bottom end for Team Immunity. What have you got there over on X5?
Yeah, over on eXile5 side, Cookie, the big player in this map, went 24 and 8. Fantastic KD there for him. And, the rest of eXile5, TCO did, went pretty huge as well, 20 and 8. But I really think it was eXile5's kind of teamwork and strategy that kind of paid off for them in that map. IM, they seem to be the ones getting most of the kills throughout that map, seem to be the ones winning all the engagements. But it was eXile5's rotations and all of that good stuff that managed to get them ahead in flags and therefore ahead in the end. And Angry Custard, did you have any sort of extra takes on that, or did you manage to pick out any strategies that the teams did, which looked pretty good?
I think eXile5 excelled at getting underneath the map and using that bottom tunnel to get to the back flags. Team Immunity seemed to have the snow side locked down pretty much most of the game, and they just excelled in getting underneath the map, getting back to the back flag, and making sure they pushed in the right direction. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sounds good. So it looks like we're getting this the restart right here now as well, guys. So, of course, for any of you viewers which may be new to the sort of 10v10 conquest format in Battlefield 4, these teams, of course, they're going to be playing one round, I suppose, on each side. So on each map, and of course, if whoever has the most tickets at the end, whoever goes 2-0 takes that map, of course, and gets 1 point in this best of 3 series. For now, though, it is going to be Team Immunity rolling out as the US side, I do believe, unless they were US last time. I'm not too sure. But
Not live.
Not live. Alrighty.
I'll hopefully get the call over when they are going live, so we'll be able to cover all that off.
Oh, okay. Yep, sweet. Sounds good. So for those of you that are just joining us, just a quick run through. I am GoGo Gadget. I've seen a couple of mentions in chat there of GoGo Waffles, and it'd be nice if I could pretend I was him. But this is actually my first Battlefield forecast as well. So I'm joined by Dr. Steve, Angry Custard, and Noms is your cameraman and streamer for tonight. But I think, what do you reckon, Steve? That was a pretty good first match to start off with.
There was nothing between the teams. It was really just dynamic gameplay from both of them, and it just so happened that X5 managed to move around a bit quicker in towards the end of the match. In the mid game, it really looked like IM had a good position. They had troops up on top, keeping the B flag in their possession, and were just screaming between the A and C. So I think that the way that X5 responded and were able to really put the pressure on and clean out the B flag, it helped them towards that 24 ticket margin in the end, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I'd agree with that one, Steve. So looks like for now, though, having this warm up in the second map right here, and it'll be interesting to see whether the side swap actually changes anything out, because from the looks of things, last game, eXile5, they were the ones that really had the strats planned out, had everything all ready to go. you know, in terms of their map rotations, their movements, all of that good stuff. But who knows, maybe IM might be a little bit more confident from, I think, the Russian side they're playing on this game, and might see a different result.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether either team has an advantage. I think that the Russians may have a better push through the top end with US through the bottom. But yeah, we'll wait and see what transpires in the rollout. I haven't got a live call as yet as we go for another restart, but we'll wait and see what these guys are up to and whether they're taking the push seriously. Looks like it is a pretty solid push from both teams at the moment, so might have to call it live, but we'll wait and see. I haven't got a message yet, mate.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's a good idea to wait for the message, so we don't have that slightly embarrassing cast of the pre-game. But you know, gotta have something bad happen on my.
I think this looks live,
cast.
mate. These guys are rushing in hard to be,
It looks
so
like
call
it.
the action.
Alrighty, let's take a look there, and we're actually going to see lots of kills coming out. Cookie takes out Redding there, just managed to catch that one. Nice revive coming out of Cryptic. He's going to turn around. 2 members of IM dead there. Their push has not worked, and it looks like eXile5, they're probably in control of this flag right now, but still IM managing to put up a little bit of a defense. This flag is now capped though by, from the looks of things, Team Immunity actually. eXile5 with the numbers on there though. And we're seeing over on the C flag, it looks like eXile5 rotating towards there, maybe looking for a few picks and trying to push themselves in through those tunnels.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a mistake from them. They did manage to clear off B flag, and they just wanted to keep pushing for C, although it looks like they have got a couple of guys back onto that B now and are starting to grey it and cap it up. But a little bit of pressure coming over from Immunity as they respond. Looks like Shady and, oh yeah, Shady's just taken down the Panda Virus, man. But yeah, a little bit of pressure. I am now coming back onto that B flag, starting to cap up there. And also Scotty Boomers, he's just been taken down. He was pushing onto the A flag himself, so A came under a little bit of pressure, but X5 have managed to respond quickly and get themselves that flag back. I am just securing up B flag, so B and C flag held by the Team Immunity, whilst A flag is held by the guys from X5, and the stream outside is coming on now, led by Serum. What's happening outside there, mate?
Okay, let's take a look. Deluxe actually is going to go down there to Lizelot. Lizelot picking up a double kill out there, although eXile5, they're still continuing to push up. Lizelot with another one with his AEK. Fantastic shooting there from the IM infantry. Looks like eXile5 Panda Virus here just hiding behind the rock, waiting for the right time to push around, and it seems as though they have managed to gain control of this outside area, although Amaral and Sadak, they're going to be waiting for them in that little stairwell there. A few nades logged into there, but it looks like eXile5, they're not even going to worry about the stairwell, instead looking to push towards that C flag for a bit of a flank there.
That's it. Oxide and Lizelot are hanging in wait from Immunity at the moment and getting a couple of kills down already. It looks like they're taken down too. Serum's down and Cookie's just gone down there now. So it looks like great work there. Lizelot's just picked up his mate Oxide and has gone down himself. So the push coming on. Oxide's managed to take down Deluxe. They're really starting to get the Panda Virus just took down Oxide. So X5 may have themselves the opportunity to get on that C flag, put the pressure on, as Shady and Daffit now starting to respond, push in, put the defenses on C. But and as I say, that big push coming onto the B flag from Floor Massacre and friends from eXile5 coming in underneath the platform there, mate.
Yeah, it looks like it right there. And Floor Massacre, he's going to take out one, I think. And the rest of eXile5 just kind of mulling around the bottom area. A few shots fired. One member of eXile5 is actually on that HMG. No, that was Ditka. Managed to pick up the kill, I think, onto one member of eXile5. Amaral as well with a kill. Sadak, gets flanked from behind from Floor Massacre. He's going to be pretty happy with that pick there. And it looks like this flag is well and truly in eXile5's control right now. I've only got Death Dog out there. He drops. Nice pick there, last man in squad. So I am not going to be too happy about that one, as eXile5 capping this flag right up. And you know, they don't have any flags on the map right now. They don't have A, B, or C, and C's actually being capped by eXile5 from the looks of things. Now, although Siren actually goes down there, nice shooting by Lizelot, and it looks like IM are going to turn that C flag cap around.
They are, and they've put a massive squad also onto the A flag. It was looking good for eXile5 there for a period of time, and they really needed the flags at the moment, 264 to 203 in favour of IM. Yeah, IM pushed into the A flag. They've got that one almost capped up at the moment, but it looks like a little bit of response, a little bit of defence coming from the likes of Optimal now, starting to make them push in, but he's just gone down. He's just, they've done a little bit of a swap kill there, him and the Death Dog man, but Death Dog's been picked up from Shady NZ as they start to push slowly, carefully, quietly into the B flag. The guys from IM, they need to get themselves back in there because that's where they want to be. And it looks like what's happening from X5 at the moment, they're off the flags, and I'm not really sure where they're pushing at the moment.
Yeah, well, Floor Massacre, the last member from eXile5 who was actually on that B flag, he's actually just gone outside and, you know, just pokes his head right back into B as he sees it's getting capped, but he gets dropped very, very quickly there. And Big Arms as well, not going to be strong enough to defend C there, and it looks like eXile5, they've been mostly wiped. Moving back towards B now, though, as Sadact and Shady NZ on that 50 cal going to be doing a nice job defending up that one and capping it out. So now it's Greg turning into IM's favour very, very quickly. But eXile5, they're pushing through the door. Their TCO goes down. Now Siren is in a lot of trouble, gets dropped there by IM, and Death Dog with his AEK picks up another kill. Those AKs really doing work on this close quarters map. Reading now in a lot of trouble. Daffet goes down as well. Deluxe, fantastic bit of play from the eXile5 captain, but he's going to get dropped as well. This flag is very, very close, although at the moment IM, they're the ones in control of it. And after those few little firefights, they managed to keep control. So well played to them. And eXile5, now they've only got the A flag. It's looking very, very good for IM. 130 to 260 tickets.
Yeah, that's been a massive ticket blowout, and it just goes so quickly when you've got the two flag advantage. So we'll wait and see what X5 have got in store. I think they've got a couple of the guys underneath the tunnel. No, they're on top, actually. They're making the push across the top, moving over to C, whilst Redding is underneath. So Redding hasn't seen those guys come through. He was on defense in the C flag, and I think that they've just seen that starting to get capped and are responding. Redding has just gone down. Amaral and also Daffet starting to make the push back to see what's going on. But Daffet, Optimal, Cookie, and also Cryptic all on that C flag area. So looks like X5 are going to get that back, but IM are probing their A flag at the moment. Looks like there was someone there as Death Dog that was trying to probe in around A, but he's been wiped out. Looked like a Panda Virus managed to pick up that kill. So X5 done a great job. They've got themselves two flags now, A and C. They need to hold that for some time because more than 100 tickets is the margin. 248 reads, 115 in favour of IM. Their gadget.
Yeah, it looks like it, and of course, as far as I'm aware, it's if it's a 1-1 in this series, then the team with the higher ticket difference at the end of it, at the end of their win, is the one that actually takes out this map. Unless, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the way that the IM Cup rules do work out. But for now, though, we've got a little bit of a push onto that C flag, in fact, and IM, they're going to be capping that one out pretty handily. Though eXile5, they've actually got a few members kind of behind the flag, playing it sneaky-like, potentially waiting until IM have already rotated away from the flag to go back in. And oh no, Oxide, he's in a little bit of trouble. I think they can hear him. Amaral, he's going to go down right there to eXile5. Oxide getting a few, you know, passing shots on them, but this flag, we're actually going to see the continuation of the firefight. Lysolite in a little bit of trouble there. Daffet goes down to Cookie. Nice shots from him. Scotty booms as well. Cookie's doing such a great job on that flag, although Oxide's going to spot him out soon, surely. And Cookie there, very, very tense. I think Oxide is, in fact, above him. That flag cap is stopped now from IM. He drops down. Oxide gets taken out. Nicely played there by Cookie. Stops the kill streak as well. And this is a very intense match, Steve.
Oh, it is, mate. The ticket margin doesn't show how close these teams have been going, but it's not hard to pull it back. We see that what the difference that two flags makes on that bleed, and it's still anyone's game as scorecard reads 226 to 80 points in favour of the guys from Immunity. B flag is where the action is at the moment, as well as C, but I'm just covering on B at the moment. X5 have managed to make a push in there and have secured that one up. They've got themselves the B flag, although it looks like there's still a couple of the guys from Immunity. We've got Danford, we've got Reading, and we've also
User
got
joined your
Admiral in
channel.
there at the moment. And it looks like it's only Panda
User
Virus
left your
from
channel.
X5 in there. He's getting a whole lot of pressure put on by these guys at the moment. He's looking down under the platform. He knows there's guys under there, but there's not much he can do from on top. He's looking through the little gap in the hole, just trying to see what's going on there. Firing off pistol shots, not really sure what's going on, but it looks like they're all coming from on top. Here we go. Sadak, Danford, Shady NZ, everyone from IM is just throwing themselves at that flag at the B point. They're capping that one up. It looks like they may have got the clean sweep onto Phenom and also Panda Virus. So B flag has just been hit with a massive zerg from the guys that are IM. 186 to 67 at the moment, mate.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for Team Immunity right now. Of course, once his B flag's capped, and they'll be in a very good spot. Dafford there actually goes down. I think that was one of the eXile5 members taking him out. Admiral now as well. He's going to be dropped. Ditka in a firefight on the stairs. He should be fine as he takes out a member from eXile5 there. Reading takes out Deluxe. That shotgun, the shorty 12G from Siren. Very well played there. And this flag is still going to be controlled by Team Immunity, doing a nice job. But eXile5 at the moment are recapping it pretty soon, I'm sure. In fact, no, they're not. They're actually going to be rotating from the looks of things towards the outside there. And we just see Sadak taking out one member there. He's going to revive his teammates. They're going to be fine. And
good stuff.
Right there, yep. Good stuff.
And the push is coming on C at the moment, mate, with Reading and Lizelot really just fighting it out between each other. I think Lizelot won that battle as they were fighting it out. Oh, they've just all gone down. Oxide, Lizelot both down themselves. Sadak starting to make the push back to see what's going on there, but he's duking out with Cryptic, so I'm just going to cover these guys for a second as they run towards each other. Sadak managed to take down Cookie. Cryptic did manage to take down Sadak, so great stuff from those guys. Duking it out in the area around those little bedroom areas, I guess.
Yeah, it's looking like it right there. As Optimal actually in a bit of a firefight on that B flag right there, reloading his ace from the looks of things. I'm going to be poking around. Dafford already dropped on that flag, and we're going to be seeing Cryptic actually taking out Reading with his AK. Lots of action from the looks of things going on, in the entrance to that B flag from A. eXile5 doing a nice job taking out Death Dog and Sadak in there, clearing the way for them to push into that flag. Although now Oxide might be on the C flag. He's going to be spotting out Optimal there, taking him down, reloads that ace. And he should be fine to continue the push towards it. Now Sadak in a little bit of trouble. Big arms. He's going to try and take out. Oh, he just gets down there. I think that was Oxide taking him down. And now they're going to continue the firefight on this C flag. Be following Death Dog in this one. And just gets burst down from behind. Instantly killed. Those AEKs really have a very low time to kill, of course. Very potent weapon in such a close quarters map like Operation Locker, and we're really seeing them kind of come into their own on this map. But for now, it looks like I am going to continue to hold control of this C flag.
They've managed to cap that up quite well, and they're putting the numbers back on B because they know the push is coming from eXile5. They're starting to stream in now. It looks like they're going underneath. Floor Massacres there with a couple of his mates and getting defensive fire put down, but it looks like they did manage to take down Death Dog, and also Shady's just managed to revive Death Dog. Lots of stuff happening. Danford getting a couple of shots. I think he got a double kill on Cookie and a mate of his. Big Arms starting to make the push in himself to see what's going on from on top, so he's gone the other way for eXile5 as they start to get a little bit of cap on this B point. They really need to get themselves off the bleed because 13 to 85 is the card at the moment. 12 to 85, those tickets are streaming down. 2 flag bleed really hurts you as that B flag goes grey, mate.
Yeah, look at that. 9 tickets left for eXile5. I'm not looking too good for them at all. As Shady NZ, he's going to get dropped, but it's not going to matter in the end. Ditka going to be taking out from behind. I think that was maybe Floor Massacre, someone like that. Gets a revive coming out. 5 tickets left, and this flag is frozen at the moment. Ditka up on that, near that HMG. Oh, that frag round's going to take him down to 50%. Although at the moment, it's just a matter of time. 5 tickets left, now 4, and eXile5, I think they are resigned to their fate at the moment. 1 ticket left. There we are. IM take out the second map, 0 to 79.
Massive stuff. 24 tickets to X5 in the second round, 79 to IM in the second round. So it looks like that IM will take this first map. We will go to a second map and see what's going on there. But scorecards are up. We'll run through those quickly. Looking on the X5 side, some big kills from some of the guys there. Cookie with 19 kills to his name. And also TCO, shout out to him, 13 kills, 8 deaths for that man. IM, how'd they line up?
Yeah, over on IM, Death Dog went pretty big with 21 kills, 21 for 11 at the end of that one. Lies a lot as well, 18 for 7. Daffett, 16 for 8. So lots of really good KDs. In fact, I think the first, maybe 6 members of Team Immunity had very similar KDs in that map. So, really working well as a team. Those imps really doing work. And eXile5, just didn't quite have, the same level of cohesion that game. It felt like IM kind of maybe got their act together and got their sad act together and pushed on to win that one. So I'm not too sure whether they actually ended up taking out the map from the ticket difference. So Angry Custard,
They did,
though,
mate.
they did. Okay, yeah, that's right. So that sounds good. Angry Custard, though, from a competitive point of view, was there anything in that map that, in terms of rotations, anything like that you felt was worth mentioning between those two teams?
I think a lot of people would have been surprised that X5 took out that first round, to be honest. Everyone would have been betting that this would have gone completely to IM, especially on these infantry sort of maps. IM's infantry are pretty much the best lineup of infantry you can get. Not knocking anyone on X5, they're excellent players, but the fact they were able to win 24 tickets off them, that's a pretty good win. No, I think probably the best thing that IM did was they were able to lock down that B flag really well at the start of that game, and that got them such a big ticket boost that X5 just really couldn't come back. X5 did a good job of holding 2 outside flags for a while, but it just wasn't enough.
Yep. It's a pretty fair kind of correlation right there, but thanks for that. It looks like for now, though, guys, we are going to be getting into this second map right here. I'm just checking the clock. It looks like I may even have time to go for one more. But tell you what, fantastic way to start off this best of 3, Steve.
Oh, it's been fantastic. That was really good from both teams there. Showing us what they can do against each other. But look, we'll see what's happening as this second map is loading up. I think we might cut away for a bit of a break so we can regather ourselves, so we've got enough excitement to carry over through the next map and maybe even a third, mate.
could feel it, I could feel it, I could feel it in the air around me. And I could see it, I could see it, I could see it, 'cause it all surrounds me. You got my love down, baby, got my love down. Whoa, all I need is your love. All I need is your love. All I need is your I could feel it, I could feel it, I could feel it in the air around me. And I could see it, I could see it, I could see it, 'cause it all surrounds me. You got my love down, baby, got my love down. Whoa, all I need is your love. All I need is your love. All I need is your I wanna run to you and get away. I wanna hide with you, but I can't escape. They say it's your own choice. Can you hear my voice? It's a lesson to be learned in time. I'll read me like a knife, hear my every thought, catch a mind decides, like a bullet shot. Find me in the night, we'll paint the morning sky, be forever mine, making me come alive.
Alrighty, welcome back, guys. We're just getting set up now for the second match in this best of three. Now we're on Lankan Dam, of course, between Team Immunity and Team eXile5. If you just missed that first one, it's a very intense match on Operation Locker, of course. We saw the first map, the first kind of side going over to Team eXile5. Second one, IM took it in a little bit more of a convincing fashion. I'm GoGo Gadget, joined today for my first Battlefield forecast with Dr. Steve and Angry Custard. A bit of competitive insight, guys. What can we expect to see on this map?
I might cross over to Custard to tell us what his expert analysis is on Lankang Dam.
Well, pretty much B flag is the most important flag on this map. The reason for that is the two flags at the top, A and C, will pretty much swap hands and pretty easy to take from A to C or C to A. If you don't have B though, and say your boat is down, then it's very difficult to take B. The boat can pretty much just sit out there in the water, spam the entire island. If you've got your chopper up, it can be spamming the island as well. And pretty much anyone who is on B is in the open and is vulnerable to being taken out. So the key is to get B early if you can, take down their boat, and then following taking out their boat, get their chopper down. If you've got both of those things down, then pretty much you just have to hold your back flag, your gimme flag, either A or C, and then you're golden from there. You can pretty much lock down the map fairly easily. If you lose B, then it's a massive push to get the opposition's gimme flag. So if you're on the Russian side and A is your gimme flag, then you've got to push across your entire team to get C, basically. Back to you guys.
Alrighty, thanks for that, Custard. And it looks like now we are getting into this map live. And in fact, I'm just checking the time now. I think this is going to be a perfect time for me to hand it over to you guys to cover out potentially the rest of this best of three. But it's been a pleasure if I don't make it back, and I'll leave it over to you guys.
Thanks a lot for that, Gadget. Been a pleasure casting with you for this first round for you, but just getting in, we're getting the restart on Langhang at the moment, so we'll wait and see whether these guys are lining up. It looks like we may have dropped a couple of guys from X5. Yes, we have, and we're getting another restart over. So in terms, we just discussed the importance of the B flag, but might just go over what the strats are in terms of the A and C flags, with A being on the power plant and at C being in the medical center. Medical center is a little bit harder to push. What's the best plan for that one, Custard?
Medical center is pretty much trying to lock down one of the buildings if you're attacking it. If you're defending it, it's pretty hard. There's two big buildings there. So you either got to have more numbers than the attacking team on that flag, or you've got to try and lock down both entrances to those buildings. If you're on attack, just get 4 or 5 guys into one wing of those buildings, take out a couple of guys, say, on your entrance to it, and then pretty much just cap it out with numbers from there. Then you can push through and try and cap or take the guys off the flag.
Yeah, it's the wide cap areas really make it a little bit difficult to defend those. It means that someone can be waiting in the wings of those buildings and have a squad spawn up on them straight away. One of the things I felt was a bit interesting, and I don't want to cause any controversy, but coming from Battlefield 2 days, was having the ability to spawn on everyone. Do you know what the decision behind that was, instead of just having the squad leader control it?
I think the reason was that a lot of teams didn't feel it added any extra to the game. There's a lot of squad swapping already. People just got to hit escape, create a new squad. Your squad mates can join you, and it's as if you're spawning off a squad leader anyway. There's no real add to the game by having squad leader only spawns, and I tend to agree with the decision they've made that just allow you to spawn off your squad mates. All that squad leader spawns would have done is given you maybe 5 extra seconds of relief, and a lot of extra time spent in the escape menu if you're a player in the game.
Okay, that's fair enough. I can see that point of view. Just from Battlefield 2 days, I know that was one of the first things that they patched out, was having the the fire that you just couldn't extinguish with people just spawning off every squad member they could. But in terms of the ladder match, I can see how that makes sense. We don't want to have people in those screens just bypassing it because they're a little bit quicker than clicking than someone else. So fair enough. In terms of the A point, we haven't discussed that one over at the power plant. Pretty wide open around there in the warehouse, but you've also got the advantage of the low set roof. What's the sort of plan of attack for attacking and defending in there?
A flag it's a pretty hard flag to take. You're exposed if you charge in with your lav from the guys in the buildings. It's hard to get across the dam from A to C either side, really. You can cap A actually from inside where those power conductors are, and that can actually be a good place to cap, provided you haven't been spotted. If you've been spotted, then you're very exposed there. I think we might be rolling to go live, actually, so
we are indeed.
Let's take a look at their rollouts.
That's it. We have had a couple of changes in between rounds as we're getting on. We've got Hod in for immunity, but it looks like eXile5 is a man down at the moment, so we may not be going exactly live. They've dropped someone on the restart. So Hod has swapped in for immunity, and on the eXile5 side, it looks like we've had Phenom, Beefy, and Shannon has also swapped in for eXile5. So rotating those teams to make sure you've got the best person for the matches as we've got another restart happening there, mate.
Yeah, it looks like we're waiting for players to get back in, so both sides have a full 10. Hopefully we can get that last joiner back in soon and we can kick this off.
It always makes it a bit difficult. I've noticed with BF4 more than anything else is we do have a lot of dropouts on restart. So hopefully the guys back in Sweden at DICE are really working hard to try and resolve these issues, because from a casting perspective, it's annoying as all hell having to stall and keep things busy. It looks like we've just had another joiner come in from X5, so maybe we'll get a live call on the next restart, and hopefully we won't have any more issues. Calling it from a perspective, what are we going to see from the two choppers? The choppers we do see are main sort of power plays. They do have the ability to keep mobile, keep around the map quite quickly, but we generally see them going one-on-one at the very start. What are we going to see from the choppers from both teams tonight?
It'll be interesting to see if any of them are using them as a transport method from rollout. Rather than just facing off with each other straight away to try and get the other asset down. Maybe one team is going to use it to try and get onto the opposition's back flag roof or something. That can sometimes happen, which puts a spanner in the works. So I'd be interested to see if either IM or X5 are going to use that chopper as a quick transport to the opposition's back flag, and maybe even be willing to lose their chopper to try and take the enemy back flag from rollout. Be interesting to see. I don't know if that necessarily will be the case. They may take the more conservative approach of trying to get the enemy assets down. If they get an advantage, either their boat goes, the enemy boat is taken down, or the enemy chopper, then using those two assets as a team to take out the last remaining one. So it'll just be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's going to be something to watch, as well as the boats. I know that from the match last night between Crux and Avant, is that the choppers played fairly heavily in that early water battle between the two boats, with the choppers providing a hell of a lot of support for their respective team's boat to try and get that B point shored up nice and early. Just had another restart, so hopefully this is going to be live on restart, providing there are no crashes, but we'll wait and see as these guys load up, and hopefully we've got the full roster in there. With the changes, do you see much happening with either team, with Hod and the three guys in for X5?
I don't know if it'll change the team makeup all that much. Obviously, Hod's in there for the vehicles. I think it might be Hod and Meefit teaming up in the chopper. Now it looks like Meefit's in the chopper, and we've got DDKR in the boat, surprising there. Looks like X5 have gone out wide, trying to get a bit of a flank on the boat there at B, and looks like Phenom's in the X5 boat, engaging DTKA and Lizelot in the IM boat. Oh, IM boat's gone down. Back to you.
Yeah, great move from Kian Deluxe, sitting on the back of the fast movers on the jet skis, both with the straws, and really getting some nice hits in. Now they're firing off on the chopper that is Effort. He had managed to get some nice hits on the other chopper. I believe I've got Serum at the moment, but he's on repair duty, and now lining up with the AA gun. So great work from the guys from eXile5, managing to get a bit of pressure onto B nice and early, and I think they might be working their way towards the cap in at that point at the moment. What's happening on the mainland?
Just moving over to A now, and it looks like IM are making a big push onto X5's rear flag, as it looks like X5 have pretty much shored up the B flag. They'll hold that with maybe one infantry on the land and the boat. So I am making a big push. We've got Death Dog just getting taken out there by, looks like Cookie. We've got 4 more AIM guys on the flag. X5 Cookie, Big Arms defending there. Looks like IM might have this actually. They've taken out the infantry with just Cookie remaining. We've got Beefy defending the flag from the Lav. But IM at the moment have 3 guys versus 2 on the flag, and they're getting the cap, although it has just paused.
That's it. Yeah, we do have a couple of the guys from IM starting to make the push onto A, and they have got one grey at the moment. So we'll wait and see whether Floor and Beefy are able to do it. Beefy's sitting around the back of the power station in the APC at the moment. He's poking his head around to see what's going on, as we do have Shannon in the chopper having a little bit of a look. The chopper's just gone down, so big hit from the AA guys, or it may have even been an AT shot from a couple of the IM guys, as they have secured up A and are really starting to make a push in there. There are a couple of guys from X5 that have managed to spawn in. We've got Floor Massacre and also Big Arms. Big Arms just getting a nice kill on Sadak there, doing a great job to try and grey down that A flag. Shady NZ has spawned in for IM, and he's got a mate in there with him at the moment. So still the defense is coming on from IM, as the guys from X5 have managed to grey up the power station, and I think there's also a little bit of action happening over at C, mate.
Yeah, in the meantime, Phenom was able to take down the IM boat, so they've managed to lock down that B flag again. And yeah, there's a big fight going on at C. X5 nearly had that actually, but IM managed to take that back and are recapping it. Optimal's the last guy up at C, and he's just been taken out, although X5 had a sneaky spawn beacon there, and they're spawning their squad back in with the Deluxe up. In the meantime, at A flag, it looks like eXile5 are capping that back. They've got 4 guys on A flag, with IM only having 3. One IM guy, I think, just suicided and is going to respawn at C. It looks like they're maybe giving up the A cap and making sure they get that C flag locked down, while X5 Deluxe is currently a lone man on that C flag, trying to, I guess, cause a little bit of problem in the IM rear and cause them to pull a few guys back off their push for A.
Yeah, he managed to put down a motion sensor as well as his spawn beacon, but I think the spawn beacon, I know he's relocated that one to the outside of the building on the little balcony there. So he's getting a little bit of pressure put on by Amaral at the moment, and I think that, yeah, they're just having a little bit of a sit back from each other, seeing what's going on. A little bit of a stalemate between those 2 guys as the push is coming back on from IM. Just watching, yes, Deluxe managed to take down Amaral in the end, so he is now starting to get the solo cap on the C point, so might see a couple of guys from IM starting to spawn in. We've had Redding just get a chopper drop. He's up on top of one of the buildings, and I think he's going to be putting down a spawn beacon of his own as Death Dog comes in to respond as well. So Deluxe doing a good job solo capping to get that C flag grey, but it looks like he's going to be met with a world of hurt. Thrask, Death Dog, Amaral, and one of the other guys there, not able to see at the moment, coming back in on C and securing that back up for the immunity guys. A held in possession of X5. They're happy with that. B is still with X5 at the moment, getting some pressure from Meafit in the chopper. Meafit doing a good job taking down a couple of guys at the moment, and also dropping off Detka. He is parachuting down, and he's going to go on foot on the B point island to try and get some kills. He's getting some shots over, and he's managed to take down one of the guys on the island from X5, mate.
Yeah, both boats actually went down in an earlier exchange, and IM are really trying to take B at the moment, although it looks like they've just lost their chopper. Siren was able to take that down. the X5 boat is back up now, and so X5 managed to defend that and wipe IM off B. It looks like the IM were making a push along the high side from C to A, but whoever that was has been taken out, and IM's Lav, Reading and that is dropping off a bunch of guys close to the bridge on the A side, and IM are about to make an infantry push from that bridge section across to the A flag.
Yeah, they are, and they really need to get themselves off the bleed. 254 to 169 is the score count in favour of eXile5 at the moment. So X5 making a nice early push and really getting themselves sorted at this midpoint of the second round, second map, first round. As we've got some action now, we might have a one-on-one with the APCs with Beefy and Thrask coming up against each other. Thrask on the high road behind the A point, and we've got Beefy's now just going through the middle of the building, so a little bit of shenanigans there. It looks like Beefy's going to tail around and come out just behind Thrask, so this will be interesting to see between the two APCs. It looks like Thrask's APC has just gone down. Too much pressure from Floor Massacre and one of his other mates, I think it was Big Arms there, with the AA kits. Cookie's got a little bit of pressure. Amaral's right underneath him in that wing of the A building, as the flag has gone grey, but it looks like the guys from eXile5 will be capping up A. C looks to be where the action is also at the moment. Mate, have you seen what's going on there?
Yeah, we've just had a sneaky back cap, basically. It looks like Deluxe was able to get back there again, and is causing them some problems. They've pulled back. Oh, he's just gone down. Death Dog was able to take Deluxe down, but I think he has a spawn beacon up, and he'll be back there again to cause them some problems. He's managed to pull back 3 of the IM guys, which is why eXile5 was able to get that A cap and lock that down again, just continuing to have a 2 flag cap and lead IM's tickets. I am now pushing up with 3 guys in a Jeep across the water side. Yep, they're there, although they might have just they've missed those mines, and so yeah, they've dropped off a couple of guys at A who are making an infantry push. They've managed to get around the back of the flag, Death Dog bailing out, and he might be able to get a rocket. No, he is a medic, so he's not going to be able to do anything against that lab. He's just going to hide and provide a spawn point for the guys who are attacking A, I believe.
Yeah, great stuff from both teams at this point in the match, but the score is starting to blow out, 237 to 110 in favour of X5, as IM are responding by making the push into the A flag. They've got about 3 guys in there at the moment, but they're getting taken down quite quickly. Defence is coming on strong. Redding's out there, he's on his own at the moment, and it looks like, yes, he's just been taken down. Optimal, massive shot, but Optimal's just been taken down himself. I'm not sure where those shots came from. They might have been right across the plaza for him, or it may have even been Lizelot out there in the boat. Both boats are active at the moment. Just having a look at Lizelot, he's circling around. He's going to come head to head with Phenom in just a very brief moment as he rounds the head of that B island. So this is going to be interesting to see between the 2 boats what happens here. Just getting coverage as there we go, head to head. Fire coming in now. He's just seen him. Phenom is circling around, and he's got the early the laser guided shot. Both have hit from both boats, and massive fire from the both of them as well. So this is really good stuff. The tow rockets are going out from the boats, and lots and lots of shots coming on. Phenom is the victor. Massive work there from both teams, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a big battle, and the key to that was that Phenom was able to get his active defense up. I didn't see anything come up on the IM side of that, and that was the key to him being able to stay up. None of the tow missiles that were fired from the IM side actually hit him, and he was able to defeat the IM boat like that. Looks like Deluxe is still being a pain in the IM's ass on C flag. He's just sitting on the roof there with his spawn beacon and causing him a headache by making them constantly come back to their rear flag. Looks like plenty of mines down on the main bridge as IM charge across in a buggy, narrowly avoiding them. Sadak jumping out on the A flag. He's going to try and get into the collapsed building there and get on the cap zone, trying to avoid the eXile5 lab, which is careening away there, getting out of the action, trying to avoid RPGs.
That's it, yeah, Sadak is making that push in at the moment, but he is getting some fire. Beefy has seen him firing those lav rounds at him at the moment, so he's had to duck back, see what he can do. No, he's just been taken down. Massive hits. I think it might have been Cookie, or it may have even been his mate there, Optimal, doing a great job there getting the kills on, keeping A defended, keeping it in possession of eXile5. Looks like C may have been cleaned up for the moment, but it looks like there are still spawn beacons up and a motion sensor up on the roof from eXile5, so they may be down at the moment, but they still have those assets in place as we're getting the music coming over at the moment. 232 at the moment to 8 tickets in favour of eXile5. Massive round from those guys, and it looks like they're going to be taking this one away.
Yeah, no, eXile5 are pretty strong on this map. Solentium have screened them a few times, and every time it's been the same sort of result we've just seen there. eXile5 too strong when it comes to these big vehicle maps. Phenom, again, being a star in that boat, just dominated the IM boat for the whole round. Siren was able to dominate Mephit in the chopper, and that was pretty much the key to it. The other thing would be that Deluxe was able to keep them coming back to their gimme flag. As soon as they moved anyone off, he was there capping the flag. People were able to spawn off him, and I think that's what really did it.
Yeah, that's it. We've got the scoreboards up, so we'll run through those quickly. Some of the standout scores we've got there is Phenom did a great job in the boat, 7 kills, 3 deaths, and we've also got Big Arms doing a great job for X5 with 13 kills, 8 deaths. Deluxe only had 6 kills, 7 deaths, but it was very important kills. What have you got over there on IM with 10 seconds left?
There's not really much to say about that round, I think, for IM, unfortunately. They pretty much got dominated in every area. The one standout would be Amaral. He went 11 for 4 and had a pretty good round as far as infantry goes.
That's it. So we're lining up for the second round. We might cut away for a little bit of a break and regroup ourselves so that we can get back into this. It'll be interesting to see what IM are talking about in the change rooms at the moment, but we'll get back to you shortly. I think we might live for the second round. We've just had a bit of a rollout. We've got all of the guys in there, so we're just going to call it unless they restart it on us again. Nice early push from Immunity, getting themselves onto the B flag, getting the cap up early, as we see that they may have already taken down no, it looks like the eXile5 boat is still up, but Immunity may have sacrificed their boat in order to get that early cap. Serum's up in the air, doing a good job putting some pressure on Meafit in the Immunity chopper. But it looks like eXile5 still keeping the pressure on, doing a good job getting themselves in and around the B flag area, so that they do have the pressure in there at the moment. Cookie's on foot on the island. Death Dog and Lysalot also in there at the moment, and looks like Death Dog may be getting some hits in on the Cookie monster, so we'll wait and see what's happening. Just had DTKA spawn up, so fighting it out there, and it looks like Cookie's managed to take down the Death Dog man, but been taken out himself, and Immunity have respawned in massive numbers to try and really keep that pressure on the B flag, as Phenom sitting out there in the water, just overlooking, seeing what's going on. Shannon and Serum up in the chopper at the moment for eXile5, keeping the pressure down. eXile5 really don't want to relinquish that flag too early in the match, and it looks like they managed to get the grey on there. So great stuff from eXile5 in this early phase of the second round to cap up that B point, although lots of pressure coming up on Serum and Shannon in that chopper. What's been happening on the mainland while we've been watching the sea battle, mate?
Let me just catch up on that. I've been watching that sea battle as that B flag was taken back by eXile5. Although the IM boat's now up, so we're looking at a battle between the two boats. Looks like Phenom's got his active protection up, and Lysalot's rockets aren't hitting him. Yeah, and looks like both boats went down. We had a neutralize of the boats, and IM now capping the B flag. They've got at least 2 infantry on the flag, and they've also got Sadak spamming the island from the boat. Meafit's now attacking Serum in the chopper, so full attack on B from IM, and they are nearly greying that flag. Looks like it's a bit... No, X5 have just spawned 5 guys on the flag. They are capping it back. We've got an infantry battle now happening on the island. Just seen a couple of the IM guys taken down. IM DDKA has just been taken down by Shannon, and we've got Admiral, the last IM guy there. He's being surrounded by 6 infantry, and he goes down with Sadak in the boat, being taken out as well.
Massive stuff. Death Dog did manage to spawn up, but he's just been wasted. I think it was Shannon that got the final shots into that man. Shannon now shoring up some fire on the IM chopper, but that looks like it's just gone down as well. It's no, it's just crashed down behind the building, got some reps, and now getting back into the air. So Meafit with his NG bitch in there, doing a good job keeping themselves up, but they're getting pummeled, absolutely pummeled. So eXile5 doing a great job to hold on to that B point. Both teams have got their gimme flag, so we do have X5 on the C point and IM on the A point. So this battle at B flag has really aided the X5 effort. 255 to 218 is the margin at the moment, and we really didn't have a whole lot to play with. I don't even know. I think we may have even gone past the point of no return at 232 for the first round, mate.
Yeah, we absolutely have. eXile5 have taken out this map. It's just how huge they go. Can they keep it over 400 tickets, or am I going to be able to get a bit of a 2-flag bleed and bleed them out a few tickets? So this competition tonight, definitely going to a 3rd map.
That's massive stuff. These two teams have really been duking out, and it's been impressive to see. We might just cover, we do have the boat battle happening again. Lysalot has snuck up on Phenom, but it looks like Phenom's managed to do a great job there with Serum and Shannon in support in the chopper, and have managed to take down Lysalot in the boat. So great stuff from X5. They just have absolute dominance over that B point flag, and really controlling those seas at the moment. They may even try and get a boat steal going on soon. As I'm just having a look around, yeah, they have absolute control there, and still no movement on those main flags on the mainland, as we do have a little bit of a push coming from the guys from IM. They're just probing around the bottom of C, but I think that's been wiped out at this point in time. Thrask is heading up across the top of the hills, so he might be trying to get some wide fire down from a long range, as Meafit's acting in support. He's just hanging around behind the back of Thrask as they start to move in through the area that is in and around the power station, although they're doubling back, so I'm really not sure what's going on now, mate.
I think IM might be just giving this flag away. They know that they've lost it, so they're just letting the tickets bleed out. That's the only explanation I can have for why Thrask is just circling around by their uncap and up to their gimme flag. There's no point him going into the water yet. He's just wasting his missiles, just hitting them into the buildings, doing circles. I think basically IM have given up this one. They're just going to let the tickets bleed out, which is not terribly exciting for us. Mephit is getting in behind Siren there with the chopper, trying to take him out. Basically, the key to this has been Venom's dominance in the boat and the water, and Siren's dominance in the chopper over Mephit. Basically, every time those two vehicles have gotten to a tussle, Venom has won on the boat and Siren has won in the chopper, which has given them the ability to take B at will, drop infantry there if they've lost their boat, etc., and just hold that two-flag cap for basically the entirety of the game.
That's it, and we are seeing that there are at least 6 guys from IM in Deadpool at the moment, so those guys aren't really keen to get out and do anything. They may be waiting for their boat spawn to come back up, but you're probably right. They're just waiting for everything to go down. Mephit has spawned up, and I think it just got the call over from Deluxe at the moment over comms, and he said they're just handing over the win so that we can pick up the third map quickly. So we're just going to see these tickets bleed down for a little bit. So I think I don't know whether we want to cover the rest of this action. What do you feel?
No, I think IM have given it up. There's not really anything happening, so we'll just wait to see the tickets bleed out and come back with the next map.
That's all right. We might cross over to some music and leave Noms to cover a little bit of the action as it's going on. Maybe give us a nice overview, and we'll catch our breaths and come back for the third map. Welcome back, people. We're just loading up for what is the third map between eXile5 and Team Immunity in the Immunity Cup. So great stuff from both teams, taking away one map apiece. First round was on lockers with 24-79 in favour of Team Immunity. Second map was on Langhang Dam and 400 plus to the eXile5 team. We didn't catch what the end score was because they'd all but given up from Team Immunity. So eXile5 taking out that one with a massive margin. Zavod 3-1-1 is the third map, and these guys are lining up. It's going to be live on the second restart, I've been told, but it looks like people are already in their respective vehicles. So I'm not 100% sure whether this is live at the moment. I might cross over to Custard to have a call.
Thanks, Steve. I think this is live. Look out for a pretty epic battle on the roofs at C and B. Both teams will launch a chopper attack there. Yeah, and we're about to see Bailers from both sides. Infantry trying to get on the roofs. One from eXile5, it looks like, is snuck in underneath the building there. And we've got eXile5 capping B and IM capping C, with a couple of IM guys still on the roof of the B flag, although they've been wiped out but no. We've got IM who's capped B, sorry, and eXile5 who notice, yeah, eXile5 have capped B and IM have capped C. Back to you, Steve.
It's hectic stuff at the moment. Really hard to cover what's going on, but a great rollout. Both teams have got their gimme flags, which is IM with flag D and X5 with flag A. At the moment, the action is on B. At the moment, the guys from X5 have got that capped up, but massive pressure being put on them from Team Immunity. Sadak and Amril in there at the moment, trying to res up their friends. They're underneath the ground, underneath those little mechanic repair slots as they get taken down. X5 really working hard to defend that. Tico and also Phenom doing a great job. Thrask starting to make the push in with the tank now. He's putting some heavy fire on the outside of that building as Death Dog and Lysalot spawning up in the top of that, and the guys from Immunity have managed to grey up that B flag, doing a great job. Phenom and Tico trying to respond to that as quickly as possible as a troop of AT soldiers putting the pressure on Thrask, who's had to drop way back to the D flag, where there's been a little bit of pressure from Deluxe, but he's just been taken down by the Admiral man. Great stuff from him. He managed to get a bit of a spawn beacon down, and that's just been taken out. Dafford saw that sitting in the grass and has wiped that out. So X5 were trying to do a bit of a back cap, but that failed. B flag is where X5 have refocused their efforts and are making the push in there now. They're Custard.
Yeah, X5 did a good job of going around the back there. It was a Deluxe again. He pushed with the one of the bikes and got there on the D flag, which caused Thrask to pull back off B flag and enabled X5 to push in, although they've just been wiped off the B flag. And again, we see Deluxe on the back flag. He seems to be a signature move at the moment, is get on the back flag and cause IM a nightmare. We've got X5 with a big push onto the C flag. We've got nearly their whole infantry team on the C flag. They've neutralized that in a matter of seconds and are basically going to get that cap. Although we do have Death Dog, who's just been wiped out, Shady and DDKA pushing in. Although X5 too strong, they're going to get Shady down, and they have capped the C flag for a 2 flag cap.
That's it. It's massive stuff between the two guys at the moment. Deluxe is still respawning on his little point back at the D point, and they're having to, IM are having to commit troops back there, and their tank as well from Thrask, to make the push back and defend on that point. So really taking the IM guys out of the action that is C and B flags, and it looks like X5 are using that to their advantage and making the push over onto B at the moment. We've got a couple of the guys, Optimal, Floor Massacre, Big Arms, all in and around there. Admiral trying to defend at the moment. He's just had a friend spawn up on him as Thrask also responds with DTKA and Shady NZ in response. So B flag is grey at the moment, but I don't think the guys from X5 are going to be able to keep the numbers up quick enough, as it looks like there might be a bit of a back cap coming on A. Lysalot's pushed around there. We saw some sneaky panda from him in the OGA game on Sunday night. He's managed to get a bit of a backup there. Phenom in the chopper and Beefy in the tank are responding to his push. Redding is sitting in the middle of no man's land, and he's also got Admiral around him at the moment. So lots of stuff happening in and around the map at the moment. It looks like Deluxe is making the push around D again, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. That just seems to be his go-to move, and it's working really well for eXile5. They've got 4 guys on that back flag now. They're going to have a grey in the next couple of seconds as Thrax pulls back. In the tank, we've also got another IM Infantry, DDKA, pulling in there. eXile5 with the neutral. IM have stopped the cap. They've got Thrask there who's actually about to go down. He is being hit with rockets by both Optimal and Cookie, and yeah, he's gone down, meaning eXile5 are going to be able to get that decap. In the meantime, though, IM have made a big push to C, Steve.
A massive push. They had a heap of guys in there. Daffet, Admiral, Shady's just gone down. Sadak's around the back. He's holding back, making sure the guys can spawn off him, playing it smart, doing what he can. But X5 have responded in force. Cryptic, Cookie, Panda, Tico, and also Beefy in the tank and support. They managed to kick back on C, get those defenses in there, and they're capping that up. Fantastic stuff from them. Scorecard reads 269 to 244 in favor of the guys from Immunity at the moment. Immunity getting the early lead on this first round of the 3rd map. And it looks like IM are now starting to put some pressure back onto that D flag. They're sick and tired of guys spawning in there. It looks like Oxide's trying to run around the back. He's wondering where people are spawning. He hasn't caught the spawn beacon that Deluxe set down before behind those sheds on the D flag, but it looks like Immunity have managed to get themselves in a good position to cap up that D flag, and they just have, mate.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we had Death Dog and Lizelot. They neutralized A. We've had Phenom and Tico. They've pushed back and are recapping A now. They've wiped IM off the A flag. IM are now pushing with Redding and also DDK onto the C flag. They've neutralized that and are now capping. Floor has just taken out one of the IM guys. We've now got Death Dog, Admiral, Redding, and Shady NZ all pushing the C flag with a big pushback from Cryptic, Floor Massacre, Beefy. It's all on at C flag, Steve.
Oh, it is massive stuff. Big kills coming over from the guys at the moment. Beefy's given up the tank. He's on foot and he's surrounded. He's hiding in the back corner. Come on, Beefy, you can do it, mate. Just make the push. No, he's going to hide back, but that's okay. As it looks like X5 have now focused their push onto the B flag. They managed to grey that up. So great stuff. Fast response from them, realizing that C was too heavily fortified. Oh, here comes Thrask. That tank was moving at the speed of light, getting in and around that B flag. Now he's making the push in, getting some fire off on the guys from X5. He doesn't want them on his B flag. He wants to really put the pressure on, and he's just making the fire there. He's got Oxide in his gunner seat, and he is going berserk. What can you see from your point of view, mate?
Yeah, there's lots of squad hopping from both teams. I'm seeing teams born dumping lots of guys on various flags as they become available, and IM have managed to push eXile5 off the B flag, although eXile5 have a spawn beacon and they'll be dropping a squad of guys in there to try and retake that flag, with Deluxe just getting taken down by, I think, Sadak there. We've got Phenom who's on the roof. Sadak's running across to the C flag now. He may be spotted by Floor. No. We've got Cryptic who's guarding that C flag. He'll spot Sadat and Death Dog in a moment, and we'll have a ruckus. Yeah, no, Death Dog's got him down, and they've just spawn dropped a whole squad there onto C. IM look like they're going to take C out.
Yeah, they've made a massive push on that, and it's really working for them. Although, poor shout out to the guys from X5. They dropped 2 guys, so they were down 8 to 8 men just a moment ago. Looks like Big Arms has rejoined, but they're still missing 1 player. So X5 scrambling to get their guys back in the server, and it's probably hurt them a lot being 2 men down. That's a massive loss for those guys. So hopefully they'll be able to get their boys back, regroup, and get some pressure on. Phenom and his mate Big Arms are, I believe it's Big Arms, no sorry, it's Panda Virus, are up on top of the B flag roof, and it looks like they'll be starting to make a push in. They've got a spawn beacon up there. They're going to be getting some guys spawning off them. That's where Deluxe has refocused his attack. So he needs to put his spawn beacon somewhere that's going to be valuable, and B flag appears to be where the push is whilst they wait for their 10th man to drop back in. Scorecard reads 232 to 211, so that bleed is really starting to kick into them, the 3 flag bleed on this 4 flag map, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I am able to really capitalize on the fact that X5 dropped 2 players. They've got a pretty solid 3 cap now. They'll just dig in. I think they've got 3 or 4 guys who are holding spawn. No, they've just got one guy who's holding spawn, while we see Lizelot pushing across the open ground. He's going to put pressure on X5's final flag, which will cause the X5 tank probably to pull back to that flag, giving them an extra bonus in the middle there, with Thrask able to hammer the ruse and things from his position back guarding their gimme flag. I think it's nearly time for Deluxe to do one of his back flag rushes and hopefully get some of the IM guys off the middle and give X5 a chance to potentially take one of those middle flags, Steve.
Yeah, they're scrambling a little bit, X5. Being a couple of men down has hurt them, and it looks like they're under a bit of pressure. Lizelot being the sneaky panda again, pushing on that A flag, putting some pressure on Beefy and also Tico. And it looks like Lizelot's managed to take down Tico. Massive hit there. And now he's getting the small ready, putting the fire onto the poor old Beefy man. Beefy's sitting around there wondering what the hell's going on. He doesn't know how many guys are in there, but he knows that there's someone scrambling. Lizelot's the man. He's really putting the pressure on. It looks like X5 is struggling to really get a hold on any of the flags in the midpoint. They've got a couple of guys up, well they did have. I think that Panda Virus had just been taken down. Deluxe is still up, he's hiding up around the top. He's got his spawn beacon up there, hoping that guys are going to spawn in on him soon. But he's just been wiped down. That looks like it was DTKA on the opposite roof, just putting the fire down, doing a great job, long distance shooting, and managing to take down Deluxe. And also they've nullified that spawn beacon on that top roof. So really the guys from X5 on the back foot, and there's still only 9 players for them in the server, mate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They're really getting hammered by the fact that they don't have enough numbers in the map. Just that one man is really doing them in. Beefy's got to look out. He may not see, but there's actually mines there. I think if he pulls back onto A flag, he might be in a world of hurt. We had Phenom do a push around the bottom side of the map and up towards the D flag, although he got taken out as soon as he started to flash that flag. Thrask came back with help of Emerald and Redding, and they were able to wipe him off. It looks like Immunity really have a strong lockdown here. We have a charge. Beefy's pushing up towards the middle of between the C and the B flags with the tank. He's got support from infantry, and we've got a whole squad of the X5 guys about to drop down onto the C flag, and hopefully they can get a 2 flag cap and prolong this round a little bit longer, Steve.
Yeah, that's right. They really need to get a chance to show what they've got, as they've just had Cookie rejoin the server. So they've got 10 men in there now, and they should be able to make a good go. 232 to 87 is the scorecard, so they need to really keep that ticket loss at a bare minimum so to have a chance in the second round. But it looks like A flag has been left undefended with Beefy leaving, and Lizelot's just been chopper dropped himself in, and I think he's got Death Dog in support. They're just dropping the AT mines down onto the road to make sure that if Beefy responds, that he's got nowhere to go. It looks like Tico's just spawned in response to try and solo retake that A flag. So it looks like X5 are in a world of hurt at the moment. They've managed to get themselves a C flag, but I don't think it's going to be enough as they start to push a couple of troops. Cookie and a mate of his, which is Floor Massacre, now making the push onto B. Optimal and Big Arms in support, but they're going to have to fight against Sadact, Amral, Shady, Redding, DTKA, Oxide, and also Thrask. Everyone is in there at the B flag at the moment, and it's just gone great. X5 keeping the upper hand at this early point, but it's going to be hard for them to hold off for too much longer, mate, with all of these IM guys in response.
Yeah, that's right. They really need to get the ticket bleed down below 150 tickets if they're really going to have a chance in the second round. And the key is going to be if they can retake the A flag now, though. X5 have just been wiped off the A flag. We've got Lizelot and Death Dog who are going to cap the A flag on behalf of IM. If X5 are able to lock down these middle flags for a period of time, if they can get a bit of a push sorted out and are able to take either A or D, then they're in for a good chance, but it really depends on how well they're able to lock down the middle flags and then regroup and make a push somewhere.
it, mate. They've been doing a great job trying to regroup at the moment, and I think that they may, now that they've got the guys back in the server, they may be able to get themselves on 3 flags and reduce that ticket margin at the moment. But not if Thrask has anything to do with it. That man is just owning it up in the tank. He's really going big at the moment. He's at 10 and 2 and is Gunner Oxide on 8 and 2 at the moment. So massive stuff from the IM tank squad. Best pilot in Oz, Mr. Thrask. Pressure is now coming on the A point. Pandavirus is putting himself in harm's way along with Tico and also Cookie. So eX5 need their gimme flag back, and they just grade that up as both the B and D flag have gone grey as I am starting to push in there, mate. What can you see?
Yeah, Thrask was able to get him behind Beefy and basically rear-ended the eX5 tank. He had no chance. Beefy went down. IM used that as a chance to push infantry onto C. They've retaken C now. In the meantime, we've got Phenom, who's made a push for D. Thrask is pulling back as eX5 managed to neutralize and then take the B flag as well, with leaving IM a 3 flag cap. Phenom and Thrask are just trading blows on the back flag there. Rocket for tank shell. We've had Oxide jump out of the tank, and he's going to try and flank the infantry there on D as Deluxe gets a spawn beacon down, hoping that they can spawn a squad in there and potentially get the D flag, giving them a 3 flag cap. In the meantime, we've had an infantry battle on C, with eX5 being able to take that flag off IM, although IM are pushing Redding, Shady, and who have we got here? Shady just takes down Big Arms, and looks like IM are going to get that C flag cap as well, Steve.
Yeah, they were really quick to push on there, and they pushed with massive amounts of troops. B flag has been grayed by the guys from eX5, so they've managed to move from C to the B flag and doing a great job. Cookie's just got a nice kill on Damford. Massive shots there coming over, although Cookie's just gone down himself. He went upstairs from underneath, and as the moment he popped his head up, the likes of Redding, Sad Act, and also looks like Pandavirus has just gone down himself. So IM have moved from the C flag to the B flag and are now heading back as Big Arms and Cryptic from eX5 making the push onto C, but they've just been wiped off the face of the earth. Ditka and also Damford moving in on there, and whatever chance eX5 had of pushing on those flags has been wiped out. Phenom Deluxe back onto the D flag and making Thrask chase after his tail, and it looks like Beefy is going to go head to head with Thrask. They're sick of that tank giving them pressure at the D point, so Beefy's going to move in to support those guys now, and we might see a bit of one-on-one tank battle. I might stick with these guys for a little while as Beefy rounds those train tracks to see what's going on there. Thrask has fallen back. Oxide jumped out for a moment to try and repair on Thrask, and yeah, he's getting a bit of the reps done. So it looks like that tank battle has been stalled as Thrask falls back after copping a little bit too much damage. D flag is held by the guys from eX5. A flag is eX5's as well, although there are 2 guys pushing in there now. Sad Act and also Lysolot are in A point at the moment from Immunity, and only Tico in defense at the moment. So we'll wait and see whether he's able to wipe those guys or whether Immunity's able to shore that out. What's happening around B and C at the moment there, mate?
We've got eX5 just pushing a few infantry in, although IM left enough numbers there to at least defend it and get a few kills as they pushed in. What happened today was basically IM had 2 guys there and Tico was just alone. He sat there, I guess, and watched as the flag was capped out from under him. I'm not sure what's going on with their comms. He should have been calling and getting someone back, because that was the only other flag they had. Well, in the meantime, we've had eX5 take C, and we've got a tank battle going on at D again. Steve, what's going on there?
Yeah, no, I just saw that then as Beefy was getting some nice shots over on Thrask, but I think Beefy's backed himself into a couple of the guys from Immunity. It may have even been a mine that someone stuck down behind him. So great stuff from Immunity, managing to nullify the threat of Beefy's tank, and Thrask is just sitting around that D point. Trying to get the cap up at the moment with a couple of the eX5 guys moving in response. Deluxe had Phenom with him, but he's just been taken down. And Deluxe, he can't find cover because the moment he ducks behind a barrier, Thrask just blows that shit up. So not much happening around D at the moment. IM have secured that up. C is in possession of the guys from X5, but a swarm of IM guys, Sadak, Shady, Lies-A-Lot, Death Dog, Amral, all pushing in on C at the moment, and it looks like there may only be a couple of guys, what have we got there, Tico just starting to make the push in under a lot of pressure. He's managed to wipe out one of the guys anyway. Big hit, and Cookie now coming in support. Looks like Optimal also in support. Lots of kills coming thick and fast in this C point as the guys start to make the push in. And it looks like it might be an A-cap from Reading with the chopper. He's just gone in, grayed that up, being a little bit of a sneaky bugger. And he just wanted to grey the A flag and he's got off himself, but I think he may have killed himself. Bit of a suicide there as he jumped out of the chopper and it didn't go well. I think he got taken out by his own chopper bailing out. 10 tickets to 171 in favour of IM. Really taking away this first round of the third map, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think they'll lose many more tickets than what they've got at 169 now. They will take this round out, and that puts the pressure squarely on X5, who are going to have a big job in the second round to try and keep IM at 160 tickets. We've got a 2 flag cap at the moment with a couple of X5 guys on the roof of the B flag, potentially getting ready to make a push down onto the flag. We've got Beefer who's just jumped off the roof. No, he's still up there, but we've got Tico coming up behind Thrask in the tank. Might have a tank-on-tank battle here. Back to you, Steve.
Yeah, yep, just having a quick look at that battle over on B, and that seems to be, a lot of the guys are in Deadpool now. They don't need to lose the tickets at this point from both teams, so not everyone is on the map at the moment, just in conservation mode, waiting for the end of it, although Shady and Zed from Immunity making the push around to A, putting a bit of pressure on. There's no one from X5 able to respond at the moment, so we'll wait and see whether they're just going to use that flag as the bleed to get rid of those last 6 tickets that the guys from X5 have got. X5 managing to get a little bit of a push onto the B flag at the moment, although Big Arms has just been shot down, massive hit. And Cryptic and Floor Massacre doing a great job. Floor getting a nice kill on Lies-A-Lot, although Reading and Detka not very happy with that, responding now as Cryptic, Cookie and Floor are in there. 161 to 1 ticket. We've only got one left for the guys from X5, so we'll wait and see whether they're able to take a couple of tickets off IM or whether that's going to be the margin. A has gone grey, but it looks like the guys Optimal and Deluxe have got back there, managed to get themselves the A flag back. C's gone grey, D's gone grey. Really desperate stuff from X5. They don't need to lose that last ticket, but they want to take off an extra ticket or two from Immunity to really have a chance. But this seems to be going on forever, mate.
Yeah, no, they've really eked out their last 10 tickets really well, bleeding IM for another 10 and potentially even a few more if the tank battle at D goes the way of eXile5, although IM have spawned a couple of infantry in support of Thrask in the tank, and it looks like they're going to cap the D flag. That'll be all she wrote. That ticket will bleed down, and Immunity will win this game by 159 tickets to 0.
Yep, and it's still going on. Tico doing a great job there, keeping the pressure on. He doesn't know that there's... Oh, he's got a kill. Good work from him. Just firing a last shot in there, but it hasn't changed the margin. 159 to Immunity in the first round of this third map, mate. Call the scoreboard on your side.
All right, we've got X5 with Optimal leading on points, Tico leading on KDR, 24 to 12. He actually had a huge round in the tank. He did really well. We've got Cookie, who went really well as infantry. Beefy as well in the tank, supporting Tico as well. Those guys did well, but I am just too strong. I think what really hurt eXile5, though, was the losing of the 2 guys.
Yeah, that was massive there. That's tough for those guys. Just having a look, Tico did really well. 24 kills, 12 deaths. He's gone 2 to 1, which is nice. Deluxe suffered a little bit, but he was playing a pivotal role in getting guys behind the back line. Yeah, just having a look, Beefy did a good job in the tank, 16 and 6 as we count down, and the scoreboard has now gone. Might cut away for a little bit of a break. I think the guys from IM had a drop, so we'll have a couple more restarts before we go live in the second round.
could feel it, I could feel it, I could feel it in the air around me. And I could see it, I could see it, I could see it, 'cause it all surrounds me. You got my love down, baby, got my love down. Ooh, all I need is your love. All I need is your love. All I need is your I could feel it, I could feel it, I could feel it in the air around me. And I could see it, I could see it, I could see it, 'cause it all surrounds me. You got my love down, baby, got my love down. Ooh, all I need is your love. All I need is your love. All I need is your
And welcome back, gamers. Looks like we're heading in for what is the second round of the third match between Team Immunity and eXile5 on the IM Cup. At the moment, our stream is down, the video, but at least we can still call it in sound. Big push coming on from the guys from IM playing on the Russian side, the blue side. On your screens when it does come up. They've managed to get guys on both C and B flag. It looks like X5 have managed to put a whole heap of guys onto that B flag and are capping it up at the moment. So they've got guys up on the roof whilst Immunity are underneath. They're just pushing around, seeing what they can do. And now X5 have moved around and are pushing on the C flag there, Angry Custard.
Yeah, definitely. We had a massive push from X5 underneath from B to C, although they've been wiped. And we've got no one from eXile5 defending B. We've got three guys, IM, Sadact, Daffit, and Death Dog, all on the roof of B. They're about to drop down and try and take that B flag. In the meantime, though, we've got Cookie, Floor Massacre, Cryptic, and someone else who I can't see, Optimal, who are capping the C flag. If they can pull that off, they get a 3 flag cap. In the meantime, IM are now capping the B flag with Sadact and Amaral on the flag. We've got Death Dog going underneath. He's going to make a push across to the C flag and try and stop eXile5 from getting that, Steve.
That's it, and it looks like Deluxe is making a back push onto A as well. So lots of stuff happening all around the map at the moment. Looks like Thrask is responding to the threat that is Deluxe. It's sitting in the back, the top back of one of those buildings around the A flag. So Oxide and Thrask with Death Dog in response are going to see what's happening there. Deluxe has managed to put down a spawn beacon, a motion sensor. He wants to know what's going on outside. It looks like Oxide has jumped out. He's on foot, and making the push through that building to see whether he can take out the deluxe infestation. So this is going to be good to see between these two guys. Oh, Oxide was focusing on the equipment and not on the man, and it looks like Deluxe managed to take him out, but I think Death Dog has struck and taken out the Deluxe man, so that push from eXile5, the back cap, has failed this time around. Back onto the main points, which are B and C, held by one apiece. Each team has got their own respective flag, with X5 holding DC and BA held by the guys from Immunity. But X5 starting to make the push into the B flag at the moment, mate. What's happening around there?
Yeah, Sadak and Daffer were able to wipe them off. And now Sadak is pushing underneath the map across towards C, peeking it carefully, moving slowly forward. We've got a couple of X5 guys who are guarding that flag, although Sadak just took out Floor, and we've got Daffit, Sadak, and Death Dog all on the C flag with Deluxe on top of the roof for X5. We've now got Panda Virus on the roof there as well, and Venom. They should drop down and hopefully defend that and stop the IM cap. In the meantime, we've got X5 Big Arms, Optimal, Cookie, and Floor Massacre, who have all pushed onto B. They've neutralized that and maybe get the cap before Reading, Lysalot, Amril, and Thrask are all pushing back from IM to try and stop that X5 cap on B.
It's just trading between those B and C flags, both teams pushing back and forth to try and keep one and hopefully two flags, but both teams doing a great job at the moment. Score count is fairly even between the two teams, 281 to 268 in favour of IM. 159 is the margin that we're looking for. That was what IM were able to rack up in the first match. Lots of kills coming on. Big Arms doing a great job in the tank, but I think what have we got there? No, he wasn't in the tank. He was taking on the tank, and Thrask managed to smack him down. Thrask really putting his tank. He's put it right into the middle of the flag, rolling through that building. Beefy's hiding back in response, so not able to get those tank shells back on him. But Beefy's dealing with his own problem, which is a Sadak infestation. So fighting that out as a couple of those guys, Sadak managing to take down two, double kill Optimal and his mate going down there. Big Arms is starting to make the push now, and lots of stuff happening around the B flags, as it looks like IM have done a great job getting a 3 flag lockdown, mate.
Yeah, bad news for eXile5. IM managed to get that 3 cap, wiping them off C and B. And that will give them a good ticket bleed. We've got X5 pushing along the bottom of the map and in towards the B flag. We've got Cookie, Floor Massacre, and Big Arms anchoring, as we've just had Cryptic spawn on them, and they're getting the B cap. We've got Amril rushing to try and get there and stop that, along with Daffit and Shady as well. So I am mounting a defense of B with eXile5 there as well. Looks like we're trading some kills. Cryptic went down. We've got Floor Massacre, Optimal, and who have we got here? Optimal, yes. Optimal's just taken out Reading and the lower flag, and he gets taken out.
That's it.
Trading kills at B.
While you were talking about that, big push from X5. They managed to cap up A and also take down Thrask in the tank. So massive work from Phenom, Tico, Panda Virus, and also Deluxe. So doing a great job, not only capping up that flag, but also taking down the big asset, which was Thrask in the tank. So now Deluxe leading the push from X5 onto the C flag. So this is the push that X5 need. They need to get themselves the 3 flag lockdown. And it looks like they may even be going for the 4 flag lockdown as Beefy pushes himself onto D. So the guys from Immunity, I can't really see them on the map. I'm not sure what they're doing at the moment. They must be holding back so they can make a big push on something or other, but it's not really happening for them at the moment. Oxide is in a fast mover around the A flag, giving Tico some strife. But apart from that, X5 doing a great job. What can you see, mate?
Yeah, IM was scattered all around the map for a while there, not really on any flags other than the D flag. I think we might see Beefy go down here. No, he's just been backed up by a couple of infantry, and hopefully eXile5 are able to wipe IM off that back flag. eXile5 have done huge. They've wiped IM completely out of the middle of the map there and have the 3 flag cap. They just need to get a couple of guys back to A to stop the IM push on A and hold that that 3 flag cap. It looks like they've spawned Tico in, but Tico needs some support there. Otherwise, they're not going to get that A flag, although they have got the D cap. So if they can get that D cap, then they will hold that 3.
Yep, Danford was just in for a bit of a run in the chopper himself, and he killed himself bailing out of that chopper. So that was a little bit of a faux pas there, but he did manage to get Death Dog spawning off him with Lysalot and Amaral in support. So not all is lost with that IM push. IM really needed to get themselves back onto that midsection of the map, and they've done so now, greying up the C flag. So I thought all was lost when Danford, massive fail there, epic fail, but they've got the guys in there now, but eXile5 responding well, managing to take down a couple of the guys there. Just watching DTKA doing a nice job there, taking down one of the eXile5 guys and now making his push in, but eXile5 responding nicely. Those guys are doing a great job cleaning out C flag, and it looks like B was under a little bit of pressure, but eXile5 again kicking back into action. That's great, but Phenom and a couple of the other guys, Deluxe and Floor Massacre, starting to make the move in there. But as I say that, another 3 guys from Immunity have just respawned on that B flag, and it looks like massive battle going on there, mate.
Yeah, Tico was able to pull the IM tank all the way back to A by just sitting on that flag and causing IM a distress, which seems to be a tactic that eXile5 are employing really well on pretty much all of the maps, just committing one guy to the enemy's rear flag. And we've seen Cookie's going to do that role again, although he's just going to get taken out by Daffit, so IM's back flag is safe for now. We've got a 2-on-2 flag cap, although Lysalot has just made the push for the eXile5 back flag, putting mines down to try and get Beefy as he pulls back to defend that flag, Steve.
That's it, yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff in and around there at the moment, the guys from eXile5. They're in a little bit of strife. Lysalot's giving them a bit of a headache, but I think that Beefy and Tico are okay at the moment. They'll be able to hold off in terms of whatever's happening on their D flag, but B and C is where the action is at. Both of those flags are getting capped up by the respective team. At this stage, we've got the B flag held by Immunity and C flag secured up by the guys from eXile5. Although eXile5, there we go, Deluxe tried to drop the chopper on top so he'd have it as a platform to shoot from, but it fell off the side of the building. So now he's on foot. He's missed his landing point. He's just been wiped out. I think that was a long-range shot coming over from the tank. I'm not really sure, but lots of stuff happening in and around there at the moment. From both of the teams as B starts to go grey, mate.
Yeah, we're able to push in strong there with support of Thrask in the tank and a number of infantry to take that B flag off eXile5. We've got Tico and Deluxe who are pushing into that flag. They'll be met by 3 IM guys as soon as they drop down. We've just had Deluxe taken out by Death Dog, I believe. We've got Sadak, Daffit and Death Dog on the B flag, and they've wiped a couple of the eXile5 guys off. The last remaining guy, Cookie, who gets spawned in on by Floor Massacre. So 2 of the best infantry from eXile5 there are going to go toe-to-toe with a couple of the guys from IM. Daffit has just been taken out. We've got Amaral there. We've got Sadak. Amaral goes down, but Sadak's still there. We've got Death Dog versus... I can't see. It's all too hectic there on B, Steve.
It is, mate. And while you're calling that, I think that the poor guys from eXile5 have been wiped off that B flag. A flag is where eXile5 have focused their efforts now, although it looks like Tico's the only one left remaining after a bit of levolution takes out the guys inside one of those little buildings there. So Tico has put the pressure on and they've managed to cap up A flag. So great work from eXile5 responding, keeping themselves with 2 flags, keeping themselves off the bleed. Ticket count reads 197 to 177. Ticket margin the first round was only 159 to Immunity, so not many tickets left for the eXile5 guys to spare, so it's going to be hard for them to really conserve and keep this match alive, mate.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that comes down to the fact that eXile5 dropped 2 guys in the first round. This second round has been so even because it's been 10v10 the whole time. We've just seen eXile5 get a 3-cap. Tico doing a great job of getting on the A flag there, capping that off IM. IM has sent Oxide in the armored vehicle there, but they're just neutralizing the flag and holding each other off. With the meantime, Phenom and Deluxe are capping B. Potentially eXile5 could get a 4-cap here, while 4 Massacre and Panda Virus and Optimal are defending the C flag from DDKA and who is that? Lizelot as well. So a lot happening in the middle. Currently, eXile5 have a 4-cap. If they can wipe DDKA, then they potentially have that 4-cap, although we've just had a spawn drop with 4 IM infantry on the B flag.
Massive. Thrask just moved in with the Jihad Jeep behind Beefy and blew him sky high. Big stuff from the Thrask, man. Great on that push, and that's really set back the guys from eXile5 in their chance to cap up that C flag, and also B flag has really just been wiped off the map by Sadact and his troop of guys pushing in on the B flag as well. So action always happening around those B and C flags, and looks like the X5 guys have really suffered in that blow. They needed that tank up, they needed it in support, and it's not there anymore. Thrask doing a great job with that Jihad Jeep, and it looks like Beefy's got one of his own up at the moment, but he's run into a tree. So Beefy has got a fast mover in his own possession, making the move around, but we'll wait and see what he does, because he's going far up to the top. So we'll give it a little bit of time, and I might cross over to you and you can cover him when he comes back into the map, mate.
Yeah, sounds good. I think the key to this map at the moment is just the fact that I am out fragging X5. If you have a look at the scores, we've got Sadac 17-8, Emerald 14-9, and DDK 20-9.
Jihad.
With the Jihad was successful, we got that tank down.
Yeah, Beefy did a great job getting one back. I don't know if it was Thrask in the pilot's seat, but the immunity tank did go down, mate. Back to you.
Oh, fantastic. We've got IM Sadax on the A flag, and the chopper has just been taken out by Panda Virus with a rocket. We've got Deluxe, who's now going to probably... Oh, he's just committed suicide by crashing into something in that bike.
That's it, and we have, it looks like, past the point of... Yeah, we have just passed the point of no return. X5 do have the margin in this second map, but they've gone past 159 tickets. 134 to 152 is the margin in favour of X5. So although they lost the first match, they're really staying competitive in this second round. So maybe those two players were the margin, or maybe they've really just stepped up their game in this second round as the push is starting to come in on B. X5 is putting a couple of guys in on that B point held by immunity at the moment. They managed to grey that up. Tico, Phenom's just gone down. Tico's in there by himself, and it looks like Death Dog, Damford, Amral, and Lizelot in fast support really making the push in there. A lot of the guys from X5 are in the tunnels. The mole people running around there in the tunnels. Floor pokes his head up, gets it shot at, ducks back down and manages to make a kill. It looks like he took down Amral, so great to work there.
I believe Thrask just
C4'd
the eXile5 tank, and so that's down. He's there on the D flag, capping that now. I am potentially going to get a 3-cap here, although they've just been wiped off C, and eXile5 will get that back. eXile5 should be able to retake D now, and if they can hold that D flag, they may be able to get the win on this round and retain some pride.
Yeah, that's it. That's what they need to do. It's all a prac session from here on out, seeing how they can respond to mid-game threats. You know, getting your roll out good is something you need to work on. Getting the mid-game is something that only takes practice against the top squad like I am. So responding to the threats as they push in on your flags and being able to fight against that. A flag seems to be in a little bit of contention at the moment. We've got Deluxe and also Panda Virus doing a little bit of the sneaky on the A flag, but we do have Thrask and Oxide and Decker in there in responding. Decker does a great job.
We might have
with the
a
pistol
C4
himself.
on the IM tank. We've got Beefy going around with a quad bike. He may be able to get around and take that out, although he's just stopped and is pulling back. Back to you, Steve.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'll keep my eyes on the Beefy man, because I can see him lurking up around the top, although I think he's just been used as a spawn point for the moment, and he may take his time gathering some speed to push on the Thrask man, as Thrask now starts to move down onto the B point, lending some support in on there as all of the guys there, here we go, C4 Jihad Jeep, and it looks like Thrask got taken down. Oxide managed to bail out and took down the beefy man, so Oxide was aware of what was going on and managed to get out and take down his friend's killer. A little bit of revenge there early on as the guys from X5 managed to cap up A, as Thrask and Oxide are in response, mate.
Yeah, definitely. That was about as good a C4 Jeep or Jihad Jeep as you can possibly get. Very well executed up the arse and just see you later tank. Very well done there by the guys in X5. In the meantime, we've had a massive push by the IM infantry who have just zerged that B flag, taken it off eXile5. We've also got Thrask and Oxide who are currently on the A flag. They nearly neutralized that. We just had a couple of spawners from X5 there. We're going to try and take that flag back. In the meantime, solid eXile5 guy, Big Arms, was on B. He got taken out. So now it's left to Deluxe to try and take the A flag, as Oxide and Thrask have wiped out the other Exile guys on that flag.
It's really been a massive match for both teams in the second half, and X5 have got the small margin at the moment of 116 to 83. So with all 10 blokes in for them, it's really been a good margin. And you know, we've still got the 2 flags at the moment, although A is going a little bit grey. But I think that we might see that be capped up by the guys from eXile5. I think they might keep someone around there to shore that one up for them, or maybe they've just left it completely as they zerg down on C. Because we've got Big Arms, we've got Cryptic, we've got Floor Massacre, we've got Cookie, we've also got Optimal. Everyone's moving down. They didn't even bother capping up that A flag. They're heading for the central mass because they knew that immunity was nowhere to be seen in there. So going for the double flag cap and leaving A for that to be responded to. Bit of a bold push there, mate.
You're not sure what happened there, but Thrash just exploded. It wasn't the Jihad Jeep, because the Jihad Jeep's still up. Beefy's circling around there. But yeah, he just obliterated somehow. I'm not sure why. I didn't see any mines or anything on the ground. He's gone down. In the meantime, Lizelot is trying to cap the X5 back flag at A. Although X5 has just dropped 4 guys there. They'll get the A flag, but it's all too late. Definitely I am taken out this round by basically just out-fragging X5 from what I can see. Static has had a huge round. He's gone 32 to 10. Followed by the next one, DDKA, who's 25 and 12. Reading with a massive round as well, 24 and 13. It's basically been the difference in this round. It's just been the out-fragging.
Well, I think it's still X5 with the margin. They've got 100 tickets to 74 at the moment, so this second round for them has been a marked improvement over the first, and they still haven't given up. They've just done a chopper drop of guys over onto the C flag. We've got Cryptic, we've got Optimal, and we've got Big Arms all making the push in there at the moment. Defense coming from IM in the form of the guys like, here we go, Reading and Sadak getting a nice kill there. So look, the guys from IM haven't given up. They know they've won it, but they're just keeping the pressure on. X5 are really pushing. They want to take away at least this second round, keep it with a even scorecard for them in the second round, and shore things up for them. D and A seem to be getting capped up from the guys from eXile5. D's just been secured up, and it looks like Tico is up and around the A flag again, keeping the pressure on. Thrask didn't even stop. He's just driven straight by. He's going down to see what's happening at C, where there seems to be an entire swarm of X5 guys, mate.
Yeah, and again, we've got another Jihad Jeep coming in. It'll be hard to get him there on C with all the IM infantry around as well. It looks like he's crashed into something, so we might come back to that. X5 were able to cap that flag, but IM have wiped them off. They're all dead, and IM will just recap that flag now to maintain a 2 flag cap as well. Hopefully, well, here we go. We've got Beefy coming around the outside with the Jihad Jeep. He's been spotted by Thrask, and he's been taken out, so that was not successful.
No, it wasn't, but we do have a bit of a chopper run coming in, Phenom, and also Optimal. Chopper dropping on top of the C flag, getting some nice shots down, getting a kill. Amiral's down, and also his mate in there. I'm not able to see who it was, but doing great job X5 Phenom and Cookie as well. Floor Massacre spawned in, so is Pandavirus. So those guys doing a great job. I am getting a bit of a cap up with Deca and also Reading in the chopper. They've capped up A. They don't want their gimme flag taken over, and they're quite happy to do that with the chopper readings just picked up, and they're heading over to the C flag now as Beefy heads in with the tank. So battle station is where it is at C flag. That's held by X5 at the moment, but plenty of IM troops waiting in response. 80 to 41 is the scorecard as we head into the closing stages of this last round, mate.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a couple of IM guys in the chopper. Redding and Thrask have spawned. Thrask has spawned on the chopper and is capping the D flag. As Redding moves back now to the middle, he may bail out of the tank. He was trying to ram the eXile5 tank with the chopper. He was successful in doing that. He put a RPG into the back of Beefy, who's driven off in a mad frantic rush onto the B flag now. He will try and cap that in the tank, maybe use himself as a spawn point for some eXile5 guys. Big push from IM there onto the B flag to stop the eXile5 push. It was also a massive push with about 5 guys from each team on that flag with a massive firefight. We've got guys from both teams going down. Tico and Phenom taking out the last couple of IM guys, and eXile5 will get that cap on C. In the meantime, Beefy's gone down, and Deluxe is the only man from eXile5 on the B flag. He is getting the cap though. He's joined by Cookie and now Tico. Those two have gone down. We've got Tico and Phenom still up, but 7 infantry from the IM guys there. They'll retain that flag, and 2 flag cap to IM.
Yeah, that's it. Although we do have Cryptic's just gone down. Phenom's having a bit of a pistol battle there, and I think he's managed to win that one. But yeah, X5 haven't given up on B. They had a couple of guys around there. Phenom's just been taken down, as his mate. As now XL5 doing a bit of a chopper drop heading in, although it looks like the chopper may be loaded up. Beefy has given up on the Jihad Jeep, and I think he's loaded up his chopper with some C4 at the moment. I can see some spots on the outside of that vehicle, so it'll be interesting to see what he's going to do with that. Here he goes, he's going in for the ram. No, he's missed his mark, he's killed himself. And Thrask was none the wiser. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know he was being aimed for, and he's still okay as X5 putting a couple of troops in on that A flag, but it looks like Lizelot and Redding, Detka are in support. Lizelot and Detka have killed themselves. Deluxe is down as well, so that A threat from X5 has been taken down, but X5 responding now back on the B push that's coming from Unity, mate.
Yeah, definitely. A lot happening in this round. Flags have just traded left, right, and centre. We've got DDKA capping the A flag in the IM chopper. He's going to get that with support of Sadact. We've got Panda Virus, Deluxe, and Phenom who are pushing onto the A flag. So we've got a potential 3-2 situation here, and eXile5 potentially getting that A flag back. In the meantime, Daffit and Lizelot have pushed onto the C flag and are capping that. We've got Big Arms who's maybe going to try and defend that from him, although we've just had an IM spawn drop onto the C flag, and that looks like they should take that for an IM3 cap and maybe bleed out some tickets for eXile5 and get it to a much more closer result.
Yeah, that's it. XL5 have done a good job in this second round to keep the tickets in their margin. At the moment, it reads 38 to 11 tickets. The music's starting to come on slowly, so we'll see the round close out very shortly. It's a very small margin. I would have hoped that the first round was like this, but as we said before, the loss of players may have hurt the guys from eXile5 just a little bit. Phenom's just managed to do a chopper drop back on the A point, but it looks like Sadak's coming in response. He's right behind him at the moment, just following on with Sadak as he moves in. He's seen one of his mates spawn in. Sadak getting a kill, getting 2 kills, and just following through with the pistol. Great stuff from Sadak responding to the threat, although he's just been wiped out as eXile5 spawning in a couple of guys on that A flag, and they're going to cap that up, but it's not really helping them at the moment. The bleed up until that point took away their margin that they had, as it reads 9 tickets apiece, mate.
Yeah, it's just amazing how fast that bleed can go against you. eXile5 been up for basically this entire round, and now it's dead even and potentially about to go IM's way. IM are pushing a couple of guys across, Shady and Lizelot to A. They'll meet Cryptic. Cryptic goes down. So IM now have a guy on A. eXile5 has spawned Deluxe on A to try and defend, but he'll be up 2-1, Shady and Lizelot versus Deluxe on A. In the meantime, IM will hold the middle flags, and I think that'll be all she wrote.
Yeah, pretty much. What have we got? 7-6. I am having the lead now at this very late stage in the match, 7-4. So I am may walk away with this second round win as well. So great stuff from both teams, and I think they're just playing a little bit of funny buggers now. X5 being a little bit desperate, throwing themselves wherever they can. Beefy's got a sniper rifle out for some reason, and he's taking shots at Thrask. I don't know if that's going to work. And he's just been taken down himself. 7 tickets to 3 in favour of IM. Deluxe and Phenom still hanging around the A flag, although it looks like they're all firing on Thrask at the moment, trying to get their last fires off on the tank man that has really given them hell. 32-12 his margin this round, the Thrask, and he's driving off. He's got no interest in battling those guys from close. He's just going to take pot shots from a distance. 6 tickets to 3, man.
Yeah, IM are now pushing for D flag. Sadak and Reading, they will take that D flag. eXile5 may spawn someone in there to try and defend it, but once that D flag is capped, that will be it. IM will take this round, probably not losing any more tickets, so they should take it 6-0. Yeah, we've just had 2 spawners from eXile5 on that D flag. They're left with 1 ticket. We'll see what happens there with that battle. We've got Reading and Sadak versus Tico and Phenom. Looks like Reading went down, Sadak down as well. Look, eXile5 will retain that flag with DDKA coming in support for IM. Hopefully he can get one of the eXile5 guys down to make it a 1-on-1.
It's fun stuff conserving those tickets right at the end. Yeah, nice work there. Tico getting a good kill on Ditka, so great stuff from them. Little bit of battle still happening in and around the middle of the map, with Deluxe trying to keep his distance from Thrask. He's underneath the tunnel, so he should be right. Oxide is trying to chase him down. He's underneath the tunnels himself, so we'll wait and see as they move on. There we go. Oxide gets a nice kill on Deluxe, I believe it was. Tico's just gone down. Phenom's still up. He might be the last guy alive, and there we go. 3 tickets to 0 at the moment in favour of the guys from Immunity. Everyone's exiting the server, so it's going to be hard to call the scores.
Yeah, definitely. That was an amazing game. In the end, I am too strong, but only just. Sadak had a massive round, 40-17. They're all dropping out of the server. IM take out tonight's game. They've won 2 maps. eXile5 have won 1. IM taking out this and moving on. eXile5 will be relegated to the losers bracket.
That's it. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to everyone on the stream at the moment. We've had quite a few people in there tonight. The chat has been pretty much positive, so great work from everyone tuning in to see what's going on and lending your support here. We appreciate it. We're lending our time here, and it's always been a bit good. But look, we should have a couple of the guys coming in. I know it's getting a little bit late for everyone, but might just cross to you for a bit of a wrap up of that last round.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. That last round was incredible. Both teams just trading blows, trading flags back and forth, moving around the back of the enemy. I've never seen so many Jihad Jeeps and them being so effective. That was a very effective tactic from both teams. Both tanks going down to Jihads. I think Thrask was able to even get a solo man C4 on the X5 tank at one stage, so that was really good. It was just an amazing game, some of the best Battlefield action that I've ever seen. We just had Deluxe join us. Welcome, Deluxe. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Pretty exhausted.
Yeah, that was a pretty epic battle, man. 3 rounds of incredible Battlefield.
Yeah, it was. I'm a bit lost for words, really. It was such a long game. I'm losing my voice a little bit as well. No, look, Immunity just all class. You know, it's always hard coming up against those guys. Lockers, after winning that first round, we thought we had it. Few really unlucky plays in the second round cost us, and you know, we were right in it till the end and just lost it. Lane came down, we came in with a little pocket strap. It played out very well for us. Obviously dominating them on that map, so we were very, very happy with how that went. Zavod, just a couple of dropouts really hurt us, I think, and but overall I think I'm really happy with how the boys played. I think we played exceptionally well tonight, and I think, props to Immunity. Class side, like I said, will do very, very well for the rest of the competition. I definitely think we'll have another crack at them before this competition's over.
Yeah, I think potential X5 IM rematch in the final. What do you reckon, Deluxe?
I'd like that. I'd like another shot.
I think you guys were really hurt by the 2 dropouts in the first round of Zavod. What happened there? Do you have any insight?
No, we just had 3 simultaneously drop out at exactly the same time when we'd just gotten the 3rd flag and put them on the bleed. That's just how it goes. That's just how the game is, unfortunately. But overall, IM played really well tonight. You can't put it past them. They came out really strongly on that second round in lockers. Really put us in our spot, our place.
User was moved to your
and
channel.
Zavod
User was
again,
moved
class.
to your
We've
channel.
cracked against them
User
on,
was moved to your
Zavod a
channel.
lot. And
User was
sorry,
moved to
I'm
your
losing my voice.
channel.
But we played against them a lot of Zavod, and every time it's a really close game against them. It's always
User
very, very
joined your
close.
channel.
So, it was good to go up against them, and that second round really proved, I think, what we're about. Even in the second round, we had dropouts, but we still managed to get it down to single-digit tickets. So, again, we're really happy with how we played tonight, and none of the teams disappointed with how we performed. We think we performed really, really well, and hopefully we'll meet up with them again later on in the finals.
Yeah, no, you guys played exceptional tonight. Big ups to X5, amazing game. Big ups to IM as well. We've just been joined by a number of players from both teams. We've got Shady from IM and Acid from IM. We've got Cryptic as well. We've got Phenom as well. So, Phenom, how do you think things went on Langkang Dam? You were able to pretty much dominate the IM boat. Take us through what happened there.
Yeah, I think the scoreboard tells the story. It's all about B control on that flag, so numbers there on the start, and it's pretty easy to hold.
Fantastic. Steve, you got any questions for any of these guys?
Yeah, just having a look across. Shady was doing a great job in support with the infantry. How did you find the match went tonight, Shady?
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. We had a lot more cohesion at the start. On the maps we hadn't played so often, we've only really had a full team for really a week and a half to 2 weeks, so we're still sorting things out, and we don't really have that many strats for some maps. But we definitely, I thought, out-imped them, but we just still need to work on a lot of things. And
Yeah, it came down to the vehicles in the end.
Yeah.
That
Give
was
us a bit
Acid
more
chiming
insight on
in
that one,
there at the
Acid.
end.
On
What was that?
staying on Dam, we didn't really manage to take down
User
their
was
vehicles, and
moved
that
to your
was where we
channel.
fell short.
We've just been joined by Dog as well. Great win from your boys tonight, mate. Give us a little bit of an overview of how you fared tonight.
Pretty messy on lockers, just lacking cohesion there, so I'm a little bit tired. It's been a long day. Dam was pretty much a write-off, and we didn't expect to win that map. Not gonna lie, we have barely anything strat-wise for Dam. We just have a rollout, and we don't know what to do with the boat. It's hideously overpowered, but we can't seem to use it. And Zavod, yeah, I think we lucked out a little bit with the dropouts, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that we won the game based on that.
No, I think that overall your strats were fairly fair, but it was an even match in the second round when X5 were managing to keep the guys up. So in terms of your strats for Langkang, is that something you think you need to work on, or you just want to avoid that map altogether?
I can't
User
speak for the
joined your
team, but I
channel.
think that map is a bit trash can, to be honest. So I'd like to avoid it, but there is going to come a day where we're going to have to work on it and get better, as with everything. So yeah, expect improvement from us on that map as well as lockers. It just has to happen. We have to lift our game a bit, clearly.
So what do you think was the problem in lockers? What let you down there?
The X5 boys had a really good strat to push their entire team outside, and we reacted poorly. Then from there on out, we kind of had one of their members on our back flag the entire game, and we never cleared them off it just because the map's a little bit too big. Like lengthwise, we never checked outside, so they kind of got in on our back flag and made life hell, essentially.
And what have you got lined up for the next match in terms of are you going to change around the roster a bit more, or have you got pretty much everything set in stone?
No, we don't have any issues with the roster or anything like that. We're not the kind of team that's going to drop people based on performance tonight. Obviously, we won the game. And I don't see the need to take that kind of mentality to things. But yeah, we're going to try to improve across the board, cohesion-wise and teamwork-wise. I don't think player skill is the issue. I think everyone hits their shots, but working as a unit, that's something we're struggling with, just based on the fact that the team's pretty much brand new. I mean, we've got like 4 players carried over, maybe 5 carried over from Battlefield 3, and we've split them up into different squads and, you know, siphon them around the roster a little bit and pair them up with people that they haven't played with before. So yeah, it's always going to be an issue. And I don't blame the Australian community for having low expectations of us and everyone saying that eXile5 would beat us before this game. I don't blame them for saying that, but yeah, it would be nice to have a little bit of pedigree given what we did in Battlefield 3, but I can't ask anyone for that, obviously. And tonight we didn't really prove it, but all I can say is we'll try to improve.
Look, I think you put up a good effort tonight, and if the people were watching saw the skills that were coming into play from both teams, actually, I think that for the rest of this campaign, it's going to be good for everyone. I might cross over to Custard to have a chat with Floor and Cryptic that have joined us as well.
Yeah, welcome Floor, welcome Cryptic. Now you guys had a pretty big night as infantry there. How do you think things went from your point of view on lockers, Floor?
Look, man, I think like lockers is usually, in my opinion, like a lockdown map, and that like didn't really happen tonight. There was so much trading, like on B home flag and you know, IM's home flag, and then there was like, you know, firefights outside, you know, the flank. Look, man, it was a really close match, and look, we did do a little bit of strat on lockers, and look, it kind of worked out, but once again, man, we still need to go